The Law of Money Attraction, 33 Timeless Principles to Master Wealth and Easy Money Affirmations, written by Peter A. Saul, published by Audiobooks LOA. There are 1,000 books on success, and most talk too much about luck and too little about law. They wrap mystery and metaphors, preach virtue or cleverness as the golden ticket, or promise that visualizing wealth will somehow cause dollars to appear in your pocket. But wealth is not magic, nor is it myth. It is the practical outgrowth of inner law, acted upon with intelligence, confidence, and persistence. This volume is not a manual of methods, but a philosophy of force. If you expect schemes for speculation or shortcuts to fortune, close these pages. But if you desire to awaken the silent powers within you, if you wish to understand how money moves, why it flows to one and not to another, and how to become the kind of person it must obey, then you will find in these pages a map for that terrain. Let us begin with an honest premise. Money matters, not because it is noble or sacred, but because under the current construction of civilization, it is the lever by which almost everything else is moved. Want to educate your children? You'll need money. Want to care for your body, mind, or loved ones? Money again. It has become, for better or worse, the tool that grants access to almost every form of freedom and growth. In primitive times, man's resource was his hands. He hunted, built, and traded in kind. But as society scaled upward, we exchanged barter for bills and strength for strategy. The man who once traded fish now trades ideas. The woman who gathered herbs now consults. Money, no longer tied to physical labor, follows energy, and energy always originates from within. This book teaches that wealth is not a product of effort alone, nor even of intelligence alone, but of conscious, directed will, aligned with universal laws. Just as gravity pulls the apple from the tree, there are mental and spiritual laws that draw money into your life or repel it. Those laws are always operating, whether you know them or not. This book is written to make you aware of them, so you can stop fighting the current and learn to navigate it. The structure of this work is deliberate. Each chapter is its own block in the foundation, meant to rouse your reason, stir your self-faith, and challenge your assumptions. You will not be handed a checklist for riches, but rather shown the blueprints for financial self-construction. And you will be told, often and plainly, there is no effect without a cause. If your income is low, your thinking may be the reason. If your wealth is fleeting, your habits may be the fault. If money always seems just out of reach, then perhaps you have yet to extend the right kind of hand. We shall speak then of law, not law as statutes, but as structure, of action, not mere busyness, but intelligent effort, of belief, not vague hope, but unshakable inner conviction, and of power, not external control, but the type born within. When you finally realize you do not beg for money, you become a magnet to it. This is a study in applied idealism. It begins with the premise that the mind governs the world, and that through it you may govern your own. We begin now. We noticed that 85% of you who listen to our video are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. Thanks for inspiring us to create more content for you. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The Foundational Laws of Money and Inner Power. Chapter 1. The Law of the Inner Force, Awakening Your Personal Power for Money Attraction. In every venture for financial success, the first and most potent force is the spark that originates deep within the individual, a quiet, sometimes unnoticed, yet ever-present inner power. This is not a fleeting emotion, nor a passing whim, but the very foundation upon which wealth is constructed. This inner force is the will to rise above ordinary thought and the courage to trust in one's own potential. It is the silent engine that, when awakened, sets in motion the chain reaction of success, a fundamental aspect of the law of money. Imagine for a moment the nature of a seed buried in the soil. The seed carries within it the complete blueprint of a towering tree. However, its transformation into something grand does not occur by mere chance. It requires the latent energy of its inner force, the drive to sprout, reach out, and embrace the sunlight. So too does the human mind hold within it the hidden capacity for achievement. Recognizing and nurturing this inner force is the first step toward financial prosperity, a core money principle for anyone seeking true affluence. The modern world often confuses external validation with genuine power. Many chase after the glitter of temporary wealth or the transient satisfaction of a quick profit, forgetting that true success is not built upon the surface of material gain, but upon the inner realm of thought and conviction, the very essence of a wealth mindset. The inner force, when properly harnessed, directs not only one's actions, but also the energy that attracts opportunity. It is a magnetic quality, drawing forth the right circumstances to complement one's aspirations. However, awakening this force is not a matter of idle, wishful thinking. It demands a disciplined approach to self-awareness and mental cultivation. One must begin by casting aside limiting beliefs that confine the potential within. Too often, the voice of self-doubt drowns out that inner strength, leaving behind only the echoes of defeat and resignation. To liberate this force, the individual must commit to the deliberate cultivation of positive thought, to a rigorous self-examination of one's habits, and to the consistent practice of aligning one's actions with a higher purpose. Financial success, therefore, is not accidental, but the deliberate outcome of an awakened mind actively engaged in the pursuit of its highest ideals. This understanding is crucial to mastering the law of money. Consider the process of a sculptor working with a block of marble. The raw stone appears inert and lifeless, but within it lies the potential for magnificent art. The sculptor's vision, combined with focused and persistent effort, transforms the unyielding mass into a work of beauty and value. Similarly, the inner force is the visionary spark that sees the potential for wealth in the most unpromising circumstances. It guides the mind to seek not just any profit, but the right kind of profit, one that harmonizes with the individual's true nature and long-term objectives. This discerning approach is a hallmark of a sustainable wealth mindset. The journey begins with self-trust. Confidence in one's own ability to overcome obstacles and to transform challenges into opportunities is essential. Each setback, instead of being a marker of defeat, should be viewed as an invaluable lesson, a necessary recalibration of one's approach. The inner force is resilient. It endures through failure and emerges stronger with each trial. When the mind is fortified by this confidence, it rejects the notion of scarcity and embraces the abundance that is its rightful inheritance, a vital money principle. To harness the inner force, one must adopt a mindset of purposeful action. It is not enough to simply wish for wealth. One must act with determination and clarity. Every decision, every effort must be imbued with the understanding that the power to create financial success lies within the mind. This inner force, when unleashed, sets in motion the law of cause and effect. It ignites a cycle where intelligent action attracts opportunities, and each success further strengthens the resolve to achieve more. Thus, the law of the inner force stands as the cornerstone of all financial achievement, a foundational element of the law of money. It is the quiet strength that transforms potential into reality and dreams into achievements. In the chapters to come, we shall delve deeper into the external manifestations of this inner power and explore how to channel it effectively into concrete actions that yield wealth. But remember, all external triumphs begin with a single internal step a commitment to awaken and nurture the dormant force within, fostering the wealth mindset necessary for lasting prosperity. Chapter 2. The Principle of Dynamic Reciprocity, Action, Reaction, and the Law of Money Flow. In the grand theatre of financial success, every action sets in motion a corresponding reaction, a law as immutable as gravity. This is the principle of dynamic reciprocity, the idea that every purposeful act sows the seeds of a proportional effect. This is a fundamental aspect of the law of money. It is not enough to simply harbor desire or to nurture an inner force, as we explored in the previous chapter. The external world demands that thought be followed by action, and action in its turn be met with the appropriate response. This interaction is key to wealth creation. The universe is a vast network of exchanges. In nature, the sun's rays bring forth life. In human affairs, every decision or initiative triggers a ripple that shapes our destiny. The principle of dynamic reciprocity teaches us that nothing occurs in a vacuum. When you invest effort, when you engage your talents in the pursuit of wealth, the world responds by aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in a way that mirrors your intention. Therein lies the secret. To receive the fruits of your labor, you must first set the gears of action in motion. This is one of the most practical money principles you will ever encounter. Consider the analogy of a stone cast into a tranquil pond. The initial splash may be modest, but as the ripples radiate outward, they cover a far greater area than the original impact. Your actions are like that stone. A well-planned initiative or a determined step toward your goal sends out waves of influence that eventually return to you as success. Even in the face of obstacles, the law of reciprocity remains true. An effort made in earnest may at first meet with resistance or seeming indifference, but as the ripples grow, they gather momentum, transforming setbacks into opportunity. Understanding this flow is essential for effective wealth creation. Yet, this law is not mechanical or blind. It demands intelligent action. Random effort, haphazard work, or an undirected burst of energy will only yield chaotic results. The response you attract depends entirely on the quality and direction of your efforts. Thus, every action must be purposeful. Align your deeds with your highest objectives and with the deep inner force that you have awakened. When you act with clarity, discipline, and a strong conviction, the universe reciprocates in kind, sending you the resources you need to continue your ascent. This direct relationship between focused action and results is a cornerstone of the law of money. This is where the difference between wishful dreaming and genuine achievement is drawn. Many aspire to wealth, believing that sheer desire will invoke the powers of attraction. Yet desire without action remains as inert as a dormant seed. It is through the deliberate conversion of thought into action that success is born, that wealth creation truly begins. Every step you take is an act of faith, a declaration that you are ready to engage with the world and that you believe in your capacity to shape it. With every positive act, you affirm your commitment, and the environment responds with the material proof of your determination. Action also carries with it the valuable lesson of adaptation. The initial reaction from your environment may not always match your expectations. Here, the principle of dynamic reciprocity invites you to learn and adjust. Encountering a challenge or a temporary setback should be seen not as a failure, but as feedback, a signal to refine your methods. In this process, perseverance and intelligent recalibration become your allies. When you encounter resistance, ask yourself, how can I modify my actions so that the ensuing reaction aligns more closely with my purpose? In doing so, you transform each setback into a stepping stone toward eventual triumph. This adaptive approach is a key money principle. Dynamic reciprocity is the great equalizer. It does not favor the chosen few arbitrarily. It rewards those who act with integrity, purpose, and persistence. It teaches that the wealth you desire is not an elusive phantom to be summoned by magic, but a tangible result of clear, consistent, and thoughtful effort. Your every move, however small, contributes to the larger pattern of success. Thus, as you venture further into the realm of financial achievement, let this principle be your guide. Act deliberately, measure your actions with wisdom, and understand that every deed, every thought made manifest will eventually come back to you, multiplied if your efforts are true and your purpose resolute. In the dynamic interplay of action and reaction lies the rhythm of prosperity, a rhythm that, once mastered, will conduct the symphony of your financial success in life, all governed by the law of money. When you are ready, we shall proceed to the next chapter, where we explore the magnetic force of attraction that draws wealth toward those who align their inner vision with purposeful deeds. Chapter 3. The Law of Attraction for Money, Aligning Your Vibration with Financial Abundance. Within the framework of financial achievement, there exists an unseen force that pulls like a magnet, the law of money attraction. This principle is simple yet profound. It declares that like attracts like, and the nature of your thoughts and actions will determine the caliber of wealth that comes into your orbit. The power of attraction is not an abstract idea confined to dreams. It is a real dynamic process that channels the energy of your inner world into tangible material returns. This is a critical component for successful law of attraction money manifestation. At the heart of the law of money attraction is the notion that every thought carries a vibration, a distinct frequency that interacts with the environment. When your mind is set on abundance, on the certainty of success, you naturally project a magnetic energy that draws opportunities and resources towards you. Conversely, if your thoughts are mired in doubt or scarcity, you inadvertently repel the very prosperity you seek. It is the alignment of your mental state with the vision of wealth that creates a receptive environment for financial success. This alignment is the core of a powerful wealth mindset. Picture your mind as a finely tuned instrument. When it resonates in harmony with the frequency of abundance, it produces a melody that the universe cannot ignore. Every time you affirm your capability to achieve and every action you take to materialize your plans, you add a note to that harmonious tune. The law of money attraction is not a passive occurrence. It is a call to conscious creation. It demands that you become aware of the quality of your thoughts and that you make a deliberate effort to nurture those that are in sync with your aspirations. This conscious effort is pivotal for law of attraction money manifestation. One must understand that attraction is not a magical summoning of riches out of thin air. Rather, it is the natural outcome of cultivating a mindset that is clear, confident, and focused on success. When you begin to view your goals as inevitable, you unlock a series of actions that align with that certainty. Opportunities that once seemed invisible gradually reveal themselves, as if the universe had been waiting for you to send the right signal. In this way, every idea, every plan, every effort becomes a stepping stone towards financial abundance. This proactive cultivation of a positive outlook is the essence of a true wealth mindset. Yet, the true beauty of the law of money attraction lies in its dual function. Not only does it bring the rewards you desire, but it also reinforces your belief in your own potential. As you observe the tangible results of your focused thoughts, be it through unexpected business prospects, timely advice from a mentor, or a sudden windfall of resources, your confidence grows. This success, in turn, acts as a catalyst, further strengthening the magnetic pull of your desires. It is a self-reinforcing cycle where positive thoughts beget positive outcomes, and those outcomes empower you to think even bigger and bolder, accelerating your law of attraction, money manifestation. The process of harnessing the law of money attraction involves more than mere positive thinking. It calls for a balanced integration of mind and action. Set your intentions clearly and then engage with the world in a deliberate, unwavering manner. As you work steadily toward your goals, you must also remain open to the subtle signals that indicate new possibilities. Sometimes the universe communicates through gentle nudges, a chance encounter, an insightful conversation, a fleeting idea. Recognize these moments for what they are, invitations to expand your financial horizon. In practical terms, developing the power of attraction begins with the cultivation of gratitude and the elimination of internal barriers. List your successes, however small, and use them as evidence that your mind can indeed create wealth. Simultaneously, cast off any lingering doubts or negative beliefs that could diminish your vibrational energy. The more you affirm your right to abundance, the more firmly you establish the energetic conditions necessary for prosperity. This consistent affirmation is a cornerstone of the wealth mindset required for financial mastery. In summary, the law of money attraction is the silent partner in your journey to financial success, a force that, when awakened and harnessed, can transform your deepest aspirations into reality. It is the culmination of your inner vision, the catalyst that translates thought into tangible wealth, and the foundation upon which a prosperous future is built. Embrace this law with intention and clarity, and you will find that the universe is always ready to meet you halfway in your pursuit of law of attraction, money manifestation. When you feel ready, we shall turn our focus to the next chapter, exploring the art of definitive purpose, how setting clear, unwavering goals can channel the forces of both attraction and action into a pathway toward unstoppable success. Chapter 4. The Power of Definite Purpose, Channeling the Law of Money Towards Clear Goals. Every great achievement, particularly in the realm of financial success, begins with a vision, a clear, unwavering purpose that serves as the lodestar for all your actions. Without a definite purpose, even the most persistent efforts can scatter into the winds, dissipating energy and diluting potential. In this chapter, we explore the essential nature of purpose and how its clarity and steadfastness are indispensable to the realization of financial success, a crucial element in harnessing the law of money. Definite purpose is more than a simple goal. It is a focused conviction that crystallizes your aspirations into a tangible direction. It is the act of setting aside the multitude of distractions that life throws at you and anchoring yourself to one clear objective. This unwavering focus acts as a magnet for the opportunities that align with your vision. Just as a lighthouse guides ships through turbulent seas, a definite purpose illuminates the pathway through uncertainty, enabling you to navigate the complexities of a dynamic financial landscape. This clarity is a core money principle that differentiates the successful from the merely busy. It is also a foundational characteristic of a millionaire mindset. When your purpose is firmly defined, you transform abstract dreams into concrete plans. The process begins with introspection, a rigorous examination of your strengths, desires, and values. It is here that you must ask yourself, what is the one thing you can do better than anyone else? What is the unique contribution you are meant to make? The answers to these questions reveal the contours of your true calling. With this clarity, you can construct a blueprint that not only charts a course for financial achievement, but also aligns with your inner identity. This internal alignment is vital for applying the law of money effectively. A well-defined purpose compels action. It is not sufficient to merely articulate your aspirations. You must also commit to the practical steps required to manifest them. When every decision is filtered through the lens of your purpose, the seemingly disparate activities of daily life begin to converge into a unified strategy. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and every setback becomes a lesson that sharpens your focus rather than saps your will. This disciplined approach transforms challenges into stepping stones and instills in you a resilience that is critical in the pursuit of success. This resilience, fueled by purpose, is a key trait of the millionaire mindset. Moreover, definite purpose serves as an internal compass, keeping you aligned with your long-term vision even when external circumstances shift unpredictably. In a world where financial markets fluctuate and fortunes rise and fall, your steadfast purpose remains the one constant. It is the foundation upon which you build your success, a source of energy that fuels your endeavors even in moments of doubt or adversity. With a clear purpose, you harness the power of your inner force, as discussed earlier, and direct it with precision, ensuring that your efforts are both efficient and effective. This targeted application of energy is a fundamental money principle. In practical terms, crafting a definite purpose involves setting measurable and realistic objectives. Break your overarching vision into smaller, manageable milestones that serve as checkpoints along your journey. Each milestone reinforces your commitment and provides tangible evidence of progress, further boosting your confidence. As you achieve these incremental successes, the momentum builds, and your purpose becomes not just an ideal, but a lived reality. This structured approach is how the law of money begins to work in your favor. The journey to financial success is not a matter of serendipity. It is the result of deliberate, informed action. A definite purpose acts as the catalyst that converts the raw energy of your inner force into directed, purposeful action. It is the keystone that connects every aspect of your life, from your mental attitude and emotional resilience to your practical strategies and daily habits. When all these elements are harmonized by a clear, focused purpose, the law of attraction and the dynamics of reciprocal action align to create a powerful current that propels you toward your ultimate goals. This integrated approach, driven by a central aim, is what cultivates a millionaire mindset. Thus, in the quest for wealth and success, the power of definite purpose cannot be underestimated. It is the guiding light that transforms scattered ambitions into a coherent strategy, the constant that remains when the world around you is in flux, and the force that ensures every effort, every thought, and every action contributes to the realization of your deepest aspirations, all while working in harmony with the law of money. When you are ready, we shall delve further into the next chapter, exploring how determination and the unwavering will to act build upon this purpose, to further unlock the doors of financial prosperity. Chapter 5. The Unyielding Power of Will, Forging Determination for Money Mastery. In the grand design of financial success, will is the engine that transforms purpose into tangible achievement, while a clear objective, as we've discussed, sets the direction. It is the unwavering power of will that propels you forward, even when the terrain becomes treacherous. This unyielding power is a critical component for anyone aspiring to money mastery. Will is not a mere whim or fleeting desire. It is a determined resolve, a steadfast commitment to act in accordance with your highest aspirations, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. This commitment is fundamental to enacting the law of money in your life. Imagine the relentless force of a river carving its way through solid rock. It is not the river's volume alone that shapes the landscape, but its persistent drive and determination to find a way, Similarly, the force of your will works quietly yet persistently, overcoming barriers and reorienting setbacks into opportunities for growth. This inner strength is not born of momentary passion. It is nurtured through continual, deliberate practice. Every decision you make, every action you take, must be a testament to your determination to succeed in your wealth-building journey. The modern world is replete with distractions that can weaken your resolve. In an era where immediate gratification is just a click away, the art of steadfast determination is a rare and powerful quality. The power of will is about resisting the lure of temporary comforts in favor of long-term goals. It requires a disciplined mind that can silence the doubts and fears that inevitably arise along the journey to success. When you cultivate a strong will, you create a mental fortress, one where negative thoughts are kept at bay and only constructive, forward-driving ideas are allowed passage. This mental fortitude is essential for achieving money mastery. To harness this power, it is essential to acknowledge that the process of building will is itself a journey marked by both small victories and inevitable setbacks. Each setback, rather than a cause for despair, should be regarded as a critical lesson in fortifying your resolve. Every failure, when met with an unyielding will, becomes a stepping stone toward a more refined approach. This transformation of adversity into advantage is the hallmark of those who truly understand the art of willful determination and are serious about wealth building. It is through will that you marshal the forces of your mind and spirit. Your thoughts, when aligned with a determined heart, gain the clarity and focus needed to break through the inertia of everyday challenges. In this crucible of effort, you learn to trust in your own capacity to overcome obstacles. Confidence is born out of repeated successes, no matter how modest, and with each triumph, your will grows stronger, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of achievement. This cycle is how the law of money gains momentum in your life. Practical application of will requires setting up systems and habits that support your determination. Begin by outlining specific, measurable goals that are rooted in your larger vision. Each daily action, each disciplined routine contributes to the building blocks of your future success. Do not allow yourself the luxury of complacency. Remain vigilant and proactive in the pursuit of your objectives. The power of will demands that you take full responsibility for your progress. It is not enough to dream of success. You must be willing to work relentlessly toward it if you aim for true money mastery. The synergy between will and action is undeniable. Every bold step you take is an expression of your inner commitment, a manifestation of the unyielding power of will. With every deliberate action, you are not merely moving closer to your financial goals, you are reshaping your entire approach to life. This transformation is subtle at first, emerging as a quiet confidence that eventually radiates outwards, influencing every aspect of your interactions and decisions, paving the way for substantial wealth building. In conclusion, the unyielding power of will is the crucible in which all financial achievements are forged. It is the resolute drive that keeps you moving forward when external conditions seem hostile. Cultivate this inner strength with persistence and patience, and let it serve as your constant companion on the path to prosperity. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity to test and strengthen your resolve, for it is through this unbreakable determination, a key aspect of the law of money, that true financial success and ultimately money mastery are realized. When you are ready, we shall move forward to explore the next essential principle, where the melding of belief in oneself with unwavering confidence creates an unshakable foundation for further. Chapter 6. Confidence and Belief, the bedrock of the law of money attraction. In the journey toward financial triumph, Confidence and belief in one's own abilities are not mere byproducts of success. They are the very foundation upon which success is built. When you truly believe in yourself, you do not wait for fortune to knock at your door. Instead, you become its master, attracting the opportunities and resources necessary for prosperity. This is a core tenet of the law of money attraction. Confidence is that inner light which dispels the shadows of doubt and fear, allowing you to stride boldly in the direction of your dreams, fostering a powerful wealth mindset. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast canyon, with the opposite bank rich in promise, yet separated by an intimidating chasm. Without self-assurance, the leap seems impossible. Yet when your inner resolve is fortified by confidence, you perceive the canyon not as an insurmountable void, but as a challenge waiting to be overcome. Belief in your own abilities transforms the abstract notion of success into something tangible, achievable through deliberate and focused effort. This chapter is a call to nurture and solidify that inner belief, a piece of essential financial wisdom. Financial success, like any other form of achievement, demands that you trust in the strength of your ideas and the validity of your methods. Too often, individuals allow the critics within and the cynics without to undermine their self-worth. They let the echo of past failures dictate the limits of their future potential. To break free from this cycle, you must first recognize that the true barrier to success is not the external world, but the internal voice of doubt. When you silence that voice, you create space for confident, creative thought, a fertile ground where success, propelled by the law of money attraction, can take root. Confidence is not something that appears overnight. It is cultivated through experience, through the repeated affirmation of your skills, and through the continuous practice of stepping outside your comfort zone. Each small victory, no matter how minor it may seem, reinforces the belief that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. With every obstacle you overcome, the foundations of your self-confidence are strengthened, setting the stage for even greater achievements. This process transforms setbacks not into failures, but into lessons, a recalibration of your strategies that further builds your resilience and strengthens your wealth mindset. At its core, belief in oneself is a declaration of independence. It is the recognition that the power to shape your destiny lies within your own hands. When you trust in your own judgment and abilities, you no longer wait for validation from external sources. You become the architect of your own future, constructing plans with the precision of a master builder who knows the worth of his tools. This self-reliance fosters an unwavering determination that keeps you moving forward, even when the road ahead seems fraught with challenges. This independent spirit is a mark of true financial wisdom. Yet confidence must be tempered with humility and a willingness to learn. The journey to financial success is one of continuous growth, where each new experience enriches your understanding of both your strengths and your limitations. Embracing this dynamic balance allows you to navigate the complexities of the modern world with poise. It empowers you to seek out mentors, absorb wisdom from unexpected quarters, and integrate diverse perspectives into your personal strategy. In doing so, you not only bolster your self-assurance, but also broaden the horizon of what you believe is achievable, thus making the law of money attraction work more effectively for you. Moreover, the power of belief extends beyond your personal sphere. It is contagious. When you project genuine confidence, others are drawn to your vision, eager to contribute to your success. This magnetic quality creates a ripple effect, turning individual confidence into collective momentum. It is the foundation upon which networks are built, ideas are exchanged, and mutual success is celebrated. In the realm of financial achievement, the strength of your self-belief can serve as a beacon, inspiring and mobilizing others toward a common goal, a crucial aspect for a thriving wealth mindset. In conclusion, confidence and belief in your own abilities are not optional luxuries on the path to financial success. They are essential catalysts for transformation. Embrace your inner strength, silence the whispers of doubt, and let your self-assurance shine as the guiding light on your journey. As you build and nurture this cornerstone of success, you unlock the potential not only to dream, but to achieve, turning each aspiration into a stepping stone toward a prosperous future, all powered by the law of money attraction and guided by enduring financial wisdom. When you are ready, we shall progress to the next chapter, where the power of persistent effort and unwavering determination will further illuminate the path to financial prosperity. Chapter 7. Expectancy and Persistency. Sustaining your money manifestation momentum. There is an almost tangible quality that precedes every achievement, a deep-seated expectancy that what is sought will eventually manifest. This is not mere idle optimism or fleeting hope, but a resolute, unwavering anticipation that every action, every thought, and every effort will yield a reward. It is the quiet certainty that even in moments of trial, the seeds of success are being sown. When you adopt a mindset of expectancy, you position yourself to see beyond present circumstances. You learn to recognize that the forces of nature and chance are aligned with your inner vision. This powerful belief is crucial for law of attraction money manifestation. It is a belief that every effort, however modest, contributes to the vast reservoir of eventual triumph. In the realm of financial success, expectancy is inseparable from the practice of persistency. Persistency is the relentless continuation of purpose, despite setbacks or delays. It is the quality that drives you to act day after day, regardless of the hurdles that may arise. The persistent individual does not falter at the first sign of adversity, for they understand that the path to achievement is rarely straight. This unwavering dedication is one of the core money principles for lasting success. Every obstacle encountered is not a signal to stop, but a challenge to be met with renewed vigor and strategy. With each effort, the gap between aspiration and reality narrows, and the unseen forces of chance align ever more closely with your intention. Sustaining this effort is key to successful law of attraction money manifestation. Both expectancy and persistency share a common source, an internal conviction that success is not a matter of luck, but of law. They teach you that every moment of diligent action reinforces the natural order. Every determined step forward adds momentum to the accumulation of wealth. As you develop these qualities, you begin to see the subtle interplay between your mental state and the external world. Your expectation sets in motion a chain reaction, a series of cause and effect relationships that gradually build into tangible progress. This is one of the fundamental money principles at play. It is a dynamic process where faith in the outcome compels you to sustain your efforts, and each small victory, no matter how insignificant it may appear at first, serves to bolster your resolve further. The practice of persistency involves cultivating habits that reinforce your belief in eventual success. It is the art of making each day a deliberate exercise in building your future, no matter the obstacles. There is a quiet strength in the steady, persistent effort, a quality that distinguishes the dreamers from the doers. This dedication is vital for long-term law of attraction money manifestation. Persistency is not a mere repetition of actions, but a continuous refinement of your approach based on experience and reflection. It is learning to view each setback as an essential component of progress, a necessary trial that refines your strategies and strengthens your character. In this process, your actions become a series of deliberate, well-calculated moves that steadily close the distance between your current state and the desired future. These are the practical money principles that lead to tangible results. As you embrace expectancy and persistency, you begin to recognize the subtle transformation occurring within. The act of persisting reinforces your belief, and this growing expectancy, in turn, fuels even more consistent effort. Each trial becomes an opportunity to adjust, to improve, and to reinforce the certainty that your endeavors will ultimately bear fruit. This interconnected cycle of expectant action and unwavering persistence does more than just produce material gain. It cultivates a mindset that sees every challenge as an opportunity to forge stronger resolve, to hone your methods, and to awaken the latent forces that lie within. This ongoing commitment ensures the continuous power of law of attraction money, manifestation. The process is both rigorous and gradual, a series of incremental steps that, over time, lead to an undeniable shift in both perception and reality. Every moment spent in diligent pursuit of your goals adds a new layer to the foundation of success, setting the stage for future achievements and larger rewards. Mastering these money principles of expectancy and persistency is how you sustain the momentum towards your financial dreams. Chapter 8. The role of a constructive mental attitude, shaping your reality with the law of money. A constructive mental attitude is the silent architect of financial achievement. It is the underlying frame on which all acts of will, expectation, and persistence are built. Your mindset is not a transient state. It is a constant force that influences every decision and every encounter. In cultivating this attitude, you learn to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and reinvention. This positive orientation is fundamental to activating the law of money in your life. Imagine your mind as a vast landscape where every thought and emotion shapes the terrain. A positive mental attitude lays the groundwork for a rich and fertile field where ideas can take root and flourish into tangible results. This field is nurtured through the deliberate cultivation of optimism, resilience, and clarity. It is this same clarity that enables you to distinguish between mere wishful thinking and the purposeful actions that forge a path toward prosperity. This distinction is crucial for developing a true wealth mindset. A constructive mental attitude is forged through self-discipline and deliberate reflection. It requires you to actively counter negative influences, both internal doubts and external criticisms that can cloud your vision. By challenging these influences with affirmations of capability and purpose, you create a buffer against the pervasive forces of skepticism and defeat. This ongoing process of mental renewal is akin to the regular maintenance of an engine. It keeps the system running smoothly, ready to convert potential energy into kinetic achievement at every moment. This internal vigilance strengthens the law of attraction in your favor. Within this realm of thought, every belief, every expectation, and every action is interconnected. A mind that nurtures a positive outlook naturally gravitates towards solutions and sees the inherent value in every experience. It is this mindset that transforms setbacks into stepping stones. For instance, when faced with a sudden obstacle, a constructive mental attitude prompts you to ask, "What can I learn from this?" rather than succumbing to despair. Each such inquiry strengthens your resolve and sharpens your capacity for innovation, leading to decisions that are both thoughtful and effective. This problem-solving orientation is a key aspect of the law of money. In the pursuit of financial success, your mental attitude functions as both shield and catalyst. It shields you from the corrosive effects of defeat and uncertainty, and it catalyzes your efforts by imbuing each action with intentionality. This attitude is not an innate trait possessed by only a few. It is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Through practices such as meditation, journaling, and the conscious reinforcement of your achievements, you lay a firm foundation for an enduring, productive wealth mindset. This internal environment of positivity not only affects your personal endeavors, but also influences those around you. A person with a constructive mental attitude exudes an energy that inspires and galvanizes others. In the realm of business and personal relationships alike, such energy is magnetic. It draws collaborators, mentors, and opportunities toward you, aligning external circumstances with your internal vision. This alignment between your thoughts and the world's responses creates a feedback loop that further solidifies your belief in your own capacity to succeed through the law of attraction. Moreover, the constructive mental attitude is dynamic. It is not static or rigid, but continually evolving with every new experience and every fresh insight. As you grow in confidence and broaden your understanding, your attitude adapts to incorporate both your successes and the lessons learned from setbacks. This dynamic quality ensures that your mindset remains relevant and responsive, capable of adjusting to shifting circumstances without losing sight of your ultimate objectives. This adaptability is crucial for navigating the law of money successfully. Mind geared toward constructive thought does not dwell on past failures or future anxieties. It focuses on the present moment, harnessing its energy to build a future that reflects your highest ideals. Every thought becomes a building block for success, every decision a deliberate stroke in the blueprint of your financial future. This mental discipline, cultivated daily, allows you to harness the cumulative power of your experiences, directing them toward outcomes that are both innovative and profitable, thereby amplifying the power of the law of attraction and solidifying your wealth mindset. Chapter 9. Intelligent Action, Strategic Steps in the Law of Money Creation. In the pursuit of wealth, intelligent action is the bridge that spans the gap between thought and achievement. In the realm of financial success, ideas and principles remain dormant unless activated by deliberate, focused effort. It is not enough to envision prosperity or to feel the stirring of inner forces. The true alchemy lies in transforming those visions into reality through calculated, purposeful action. This is where the law of money transitions from philosophy to tangible wealth creation. Consider the process of a craftsman at work. He does not simply possess the knowledge of his trade or the inspiration to create beauty. He acts upon it with precision and care. Each chiseled stroke, every measured cut, is an expression of his understanding and commitment. Similarly, intelligent action involves not just acting, but acting wisely, combining the clarity of thought with the discipline of execution. This is a crucial step in learning how to make money effectively. When your actions are guided by reason and purpose, they align perfectly with the universal laws that govern success, turning potential energy into the momentum of achievement. The essence of intelligent action is the conscious selection of tasks that directly contribute to your financial goals. It requires the ability to discern which efforts yield the most significant returns and the courage to focus on those pursuits relentlessly. In a world filled with distractions and countless diversions, the art of prioritizing becomes paramount. Intelligent action is therefore an exercise in self-mastery, knowing when to act, how to act, and when to hold back, so that every move you make is a step in the direction of your ultimate aspirations for wealth creation. This includes developing sound investment strategies from the outset. One must understand that not all actions are created equal. Random or hasty actions, no matter how energetic, often lead to scattered results and wasted opportunities. Instead, Intelligent action demands that you first analyze your situation, assess your resources, and determine the most effective strategy to achieve your goals. This is fundamental to the law of money. It is a process that involves both critical thinking and creative problem-solving, a fusion of the analytical and the imaginative. By examining past experiences, learning from both successes and failures, and adapting your approach accordingly, you refine your ability to act with precision. This is how you truly learn how to make money in a sustainable way. Moreover, intelligent action is closely tied to the notion of timely execution. There exists an opportune moment for every venture, a moment when the confluence of inner readiness and external circumstance creates a fertile ground for success. To wait too long or to act prematurely is to risk the erosion of that delicate balance. Instead, a person who masters intelligent action is one who remains vigilant and ready to seize the moment when it arises. This readiness is not a passive state. It is the result of continual preparation and a deep, abiding commitment to one's goals for wealth creation. In practice, intelligent action takes many forms. It may be the meticulous research undertaken before launching a new venture, the disciplined execution of a well-devised plan, or the swift, decisive response to unforeseen opportunities. This could involve identifying the right markets, understanding customer needs, or formulating effective investment strategies. Each of these expressions of action is marked by an inherent understanding that every effort carries the potential to alter your financial destiny. When you act intelligently, you transform ordinary activities into strategic moves that harness the power of reciprocity and attraction, drawing the necessary resources to your side. This is a core principle of the law of money. This mode of action also entails a constant reassessment of your methods. In the dynamic landscape of business and wealth creation, circumstances are ever-changing. The strategies that yield success today, including your approach to how to make money and your chosen investment strategies, might require refinement tomorrow. Intelligent action, therefore, is not static. It is a continuous cycle of evaluation, adjustment, and renewal. By remaining adaptable and open to new insights, you ensure that your efforts remain both relevant and potent, enabling you to navigate challenges with ingenuity and resolve. Intelligent action is the embodiment of the principle that the seed of every effect lies in a deliberate cause. It is a declaration that the road to financial success is not paved by chance, but by thoughtful, determined effort. A process where each carefully chosen step builds upon the last, creating an unbroken chain that leads inexorably toward the manifestation of your dreams and significant wealth creation, all guided by the law of money. Chapter 10. Opening the way for abundance, creating channels for the law of money attraction. There exists a principle in the pursuit of wealth that calls for creating pathways through which prosperity may flow. A process of actively opening the way for opportunities to arrive. In this chapter, the focus shifts from internal forces and deliberate actions to the creation of channels that allow the energy of your effort to materialize into tangible financial gain. This is not a passive waiting for luck to strike. Rather, it is an assertive, creative act of removing obstacles and constructing corridors that invite abundance, a vital strategy for the law of money attraction. This process is foundational for achieving financial freedom and establishing streams of passive income. Picture a stream obstructed by fallen branches and debris. Although the water's potential to nourish the land is immense, the barrier prevents its full force from reaching the fields below. Similarly, your ideas, willpower, and persistent efforts are potent sources of energy that require a clear, unobstructed path to translate into wealth. To open the way is to actively dismantle the barriers that restrict this flow. It involves evaluating your methods, identifying the limiting habits that stifle progress, and making decisive adjustments that ensure your actions align with the dynamic rhythm of opportunity. This proactive clearing is essential for the law of money attraction to work effectively. The act of opening the way begins with a mindful assessment of your present circumstances. Look closely at your environment, your network, and the resources at your disposal. What factors hinder the free movement of your energy toward financial freedom? These might be outdated strategies, internal fears, or external systems that are resistant to change. Recognizing these obstacles is the first step toward dismantling them. With a clear vision of what must be cleared, you can then mobilize your inner strength and intellectual acumen to modify your approach, ensuring that every decision is an act of creating a smoother channel for progress, including avenues for passive income. Once these obstacles are identified, the process of opening the way becomes an exercise in strategic planning. Much like an engineer designing a conduit for water, you must determine the most effective route for your efforts to reach the intended destination. This planning involves setting intermediate objectives that, when achieved, expand the pathway for further success. Each small breakthrough reinforces the idea that the channel is widening, and every incremental step contributes to a larger, more accessible route toward abundance. This strategic pathway creation is how the law of money attraction brings tangible results. This process is enriched by the willingness to embrace change and the courage to experiment. Opening the way often requires innovation, a departure from the status quo in order to build new bridges where old ones have crumbled. It is a deliberate act of creation where you infuse your plans with the flexibility to adapt to evolving circumstances. As you experiment with new ideas and methods, perhaps exploring new business models or investment vehicles that can generate passive income, you learn to identify which alterations yield the most promising results. In this ongoing cycle of testing and adjustment, every obstacle removed becomes a gateway that ushers in fresh opportunities, accelerating your journey to financial freedom. The significance of opening the way is also found in the willingness to seek assistance and collaborate with others. In many instances, external perspectives can reveal hidden blockages that you might overlook on your own. Whether it is through mentorship, networking, or collaborative projects, engaging with a broader community can accelerate the process of clearing your path. The exchange of ideas in such partnerships often uncovers innovative solutions, further enhancing the channels that direct wealth toward you, making the law of money attraction a more powerful force. It is important to recognize that opening the way is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. As new challenges emerge and circumstances evolve, the channels you have built must be maintained and occasionally expanded. This demands persistent vigilance, a commitment to regularly review your progress and to remain receptive to new opportunities that can refine your approach, especially those that can lead to diversified streams of passive income. With each cycle of review and adjustment, the conduit for financial success becomes more robust, ensuring that the energy of your inner force is not stifled, but is allowed to surge forth with increasing power. Embracing the act of opening the way invites a proactive stance toward the future, where every decision contributes to a greater flow of abundance and opportunity, ultimately paving the road to lasting financial freedom through the conscious application of the law of money attraction. Part 2. Practical application and strategic wealth building. Chapter 11. The principle of value and merit. The true exchange in the law of money. In the relentless pursuit of financial achievement, one discovers that wealth is not merely a byproduct of effort. It is the direct consequence of the value one creates and the merit of one's endeavors. This is a foundational understanding within the law of money. Value and merit are intertwined, each amplifying the other. When you provide genuine worth in every act and transaction, you establish a foundation upon which wealth is built. This is not a matter of superficial exchange, but of cultivating an inner richness that reflects in every outward action. This is one of the most potent wealth creation tips you can internalize. At the core of this principle lies the understanding that value is measured by both tangible output and the intangible qualities of integrity, originality, and relevance. It is not enough to simply engage in activity. The activity must resonate with a sense of purpose that others can perceive and appreciate. This is a critical money principle. When you commit yourself to offering something of real worth, whether it be innovative ideas, a service executed with excellence, or a product that genuinely solves a problem, you set in motion a dynamic that attracts prosperity. The merit of your work, when recognized, becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. Your contribution gains value in the eyes of those who matter, and in return, you are rewarded in kind. The creation of value begins in the realm of thought. It is there that ideas are born, and it is through disciplined analysis and creativity that these ideas acquire substance. The individual who seeks financial success must be willing to invest in self-improvement and continuous learning, refining their skills and deepening their understanding of the world. In doing so, they not only enhance their own capacities, but also raise the quality of the contributions they can offer. This process of internal enrichment is essential, for it transforms mere labor into a meaningful expression of talent and passion, a key to unlocking the law of money. Merit, on the other hand, is the recognition of that value by the broader world. It is the acknowledgement that you possess a unique capability or insight that can drive progress and create wealth. This recognition is not automatically granted. It is earned through persistent, intelligent action and a steadfast commitment to excellence. Every effort you make must be geared toward demonstrating the worth of your ideas and the quality of your execution. When you approach your work with a focus on building genuine merit, you signal to the universe that you are not merely participating in the marketplace of ideas, you are shaping it. This is a practical wealth creation tip. Focus on undeniable merit. In practical terms, applying the principle of value and merit means taking deliberate steps to measure the impact of your actions. It requires an honest assessment of your strengths and an unflinching acknowledgement of areas where improvement is needed. By aligning your efforts with your true potential and seeking out feedback from trusted sources, you can refine your approach and ensure that every move you make is imbued with quality and substance. This continual process of self-assessment and adjustment is an essential money principle, ensuring that your contributions remain relevant and competitive in a rapidly changing landscape. Furthermore, understanding that value is not static, but evolves with time, encourages a proactive stance toward innovation. New ideas and methods must be constantly explored and integrated, as the environment in which you operate is in perpetual flux. Embracing change and remaining adaptable are crucial elements of maintaining and enhancing the merit of your work. The capacity to see emerging opportunities and to adapt your strategies accordingly distinguishes those who merely survive from those who truly thrive. This adaptability is central to applying the law of money for long-term success. Recognizing and embodying the principle of value and merit transforms how you interact with every aspect of your financial journey. It instills a sense of purpose in each endeavor, urging you to seek not just profit, but the creation of enduring worth. This focus on genuine contribution is one of the most powerful wealth creation tips because it aligns you with the natural flow of abundance. When you consistently deliver value, the rewards, governed by the law of money and sound money principles, will inevitably follow. Chapter 12. The Art of Capital Investment. Multiplying your money with strategic wisdom. Capital is not merely the sum of money one accumulates, it is the vital resource that, when employed with wisdom, multiplies the forces of your inner drive and accelerates your wealth-building journey. Investment, in its truest sense, is an art form, the deliberate placement of your resources into ventures that not only yield financial return, but also amplify your capacity for future achievement. The art of capital investment calls for both analytical precision and creative vision, a fusion of intellect and instinct that transforms modest beginnings into a flourishing reservoir of wealth. This requires effective money management and sound investment strategies. In the realm of financial success, capital functions as a catalyst. It is the medium through which your ideas and determined efforts are given tangible expression. When wisely invested, even a small sum becomes the seed from which vast prosperity can sprout. This transformation, however, is not automatic. It requires a disciplined approach, guided by the principles of the law of money management. Like a skilled gardener who selects the best soil and nurtures each seed, the investor must evaluate opportunities with a discerning eye, ensuring that each investment aligns with both your immediate needs and your long-term vision for wealth. Building. The process of investing demands an honest appraisal of both risk and reward. It is essential to understand that every venture carries with it a certain degree of uncertainty. Yet, within this uncertainty lies the opportunity to harness the law of cause and effect. Each deliberate allocation of capital is a cause, setting in motion a series of actions that, if properly managed through astute investment strategies, will yield the desired effect. Intelligent investment is therefore not a gamble based on chance, but a calculated, persistent effort to channel your resources where they will generate the greatest impact. This is a core component of effective money management. A critical element in the art of capital investment is diversification. Just as a sculptor avoids focusing on a single piece of stone to create a multifaceted work of art, you must spread your capital across a range of endeavors. This not only mitigates risk, but also opens multiple channels for wealth to flow into your domain. Diversification allows you to benefit from the dynamic interplay of different industries, markets, and strategies, each acting as a reinforcing agent that supports your overall financial structure. This is a fundamental principle within the law of money management aimed at sustainable wealth building. Moreover, the discipline of investment is intimately connected with the principles of value and merit, as discussed in the previous chapter. It is not enough to invest simply because capital is available. You must invest in ventures that offer genuine worth and a clear path to expansion. Every investment should be evaluated on its potential to contribute to your broader objectives. Seek opportunities where innovation meets practicality, where the project reflects not only sound economic fundamentals, but also resonates with your own inner strengths and ambitions. Prudent investment strategies always consider the intrinsic value. Investing wisely also requires a steadfast commitment to continuous learning. The world of finance is ever evolving, and staying abreast of new trends, technologies, and market dynamics is essential to making informed decisions. This ongoing education fortifies your ability to discern between fleeting opportunities and those that promise sustainable growth. By merging the insights gained from experience with the creative spark of new ideas, you lay the groundwork for investments that compound over time, turning small beginnings into significant financial milestones. This commitment to learning is part of smart money management. Furthermore, the art of capital investment demands that you exercise patience and persistence. Wealth, much like a well-tended garden, does not flourish overnight. It requires time to mature, a series of carefully measured steps, and the constant recalibration of your investment strategies. As you invest, remain vigilant and responsive. Monitor the progress of your ventures, adjust your course when necessary, and never lose sight of the overarching goal. Each reinvestment, each thoughtful allocation of capital contributes to the building of an ever stronger financial foundation, a testament to your dedication to wealth building. The careful orchestration of these elements, disciplined analysis, creative diversification, continuous learning, and persistent patience creates a powerful synergy. This synergy transforms your capital from a static resource into an active, multiplying force, driving the cycle of wealth forward and reinforcing the principles that underpin your financial success, all within the framework of the law of money management. Chapter 13. The Strategy of Financial Autonomy. Mastering the Law of Money for Independence. Financial autonomy is the realization of one's self-reliance in the realm of wealth, a state where external dependencies diminish as the fruits of your labor and insight become the primary source of your prosperity. This chapter examines the strategies that empower an individual to secure financial independence from the forces that often bind one to external dictates. It is an invitation to take full command of your financial destiny through disciplined planning, creative execution, and a steadfast belief in the potency of self-determination, all key aspects of mastering the law of money to achieve true money mastery. Imagine the life of an independent artisan who crafts his own tools and designs, his own methods of production. In the same way, achieving financial autonomy requires constructing a personal framework that is resilient against the unpredictable fluctuations of markets and the often oppressive conditions imposed by external systems. This framework is built upon a solid understanding of one's own strengths, a clear mapping of future goals, and the continuous cultivation of skills that add tangible value to one's endeavors. This self-directed path is the essence of financial freedom. Central to this strategy is the concept of self-investment. True autonomy does not come from passively waiting for fortune to favor you, but from actively harnessing your resources. Be they mental, physical, or financial, to create an environment where success is not merely an aspiration, but an inevitable outcome. This is a core principle for achieving money mastery. Invest in your education, refine your skill sets, and cultivate a network of relationships that both challenge and support your progress. In doing so, you not only enhance your own capacity for achievement, but also build a community of like-minded individuals whose collective strength reinforces your financial independence. A critical element in this process is the development of diverse income streams. Relying on a single source of revenue can leave one vulnerable to external disturbances. Instead, look to create a portfolio of ventures, each designed to contribute its own steady flow of resources. Whether through entrepreneurial pursuits, strategic partnerships, or innovative investment opportunities, diversify your approaches to wealth so that the failure or fluctuation of one channel does not compromise the whole. This multifaceted strategy, guided by the law of money, acts as both a buffer and an accelerator, ensuring that your overall financial health is sustained while simultaneously opening new avenues for growth towards financial freedom. Equally important is the mindset of continuous self-improvement. Financial autonomy demands that you remain vigilant in seeking ways to enhance the effectiveness of your strategies. This involves a candid assessment of both successes and setbacks, where each experience serves as a teacher. Adaptability in this context is not merely a reaction to change, but a proactive effort to refine your method. Regularly re-evaluate your goals and the means by which you pursue them. Let the lessons of the past inform the innovations of the future. Such a dynamic approach transforms every challenge into a stepping stone toward an ever greater degree of financial independence and money mastery. Moreover, the strategy for financial autonomy must incorporate a keen awareness of timing and opportunity. There are moments when the market shifts, when new technologies emerge, or when a fresh perspective illuminates a previously unseen path. The independent individual remains alert to these signals, prepared to pivot or expand their operations. As the landscape evolves, this sensitivity to the rhythm of change not only maximizes potential gains, but also mitigates risks, reinforcing your position as the master of your financial domain. This is the law of money in practical application. For achieving financial freedom, the process of achieving autonomy is, in essence, a disciplined march towards self-mastery. It requires a harmonious blend of analytical insight and creative daring, a willingness to explore uncharted territories while staying rooted in the practical realities of the economic world. By aligning your personal ambitions with a robust, self-sustaining strategy, you create a model of success that is both self-affirming and expansively generative. Each element of this strategy, from self-investment to diversification, from continuous improvement to the vigilant seizing of opportunity, works in concert to free you from the limitations imposed by external dependencies. In this state of financial autonomy, your achievements are not dictated by circumstance, but by the deliberate and intelligent choices you make every day. You become the sovereign ruler of your financial kingdom, operating under the enlightened principles of the law of money, paving your own path to lasting financial independence. Chapter 14. Navigating Risk and Opportunity. Balanced Decisions in the Law of Money Attraction. In the realm of financial endeavor, risk and opportunity are inseparable companions. They are not adversaries, but two facets of the same coin, elements that, when properly understood and harnessed, become powerful tools for growth. The path to wealth is rarely free of uncertainty. Rather, it is defined by the courage to embrace risk and the wisdom to transform it into opportunity. This balanced approach is essential for leveraging the law of money attraction effectively. Sound investment strategies and practical personal finance tips are your guides in this navigation. Risk, in its essence, is the willingness to step into the unknown, armed with purpose and preparation. It is the recognition that every venture carries inherent uncertainties, and that the potential for failure is as real as the possibility of success. The prudent individual does not shy away from risk, but instead evaluates it with a clear mind, weighing its dangers against the rewards it might bring. Such evaluation is not an act of mere calculation. It is an art that demands both analytical rigor and intuitive insight. One must learn to read the subtle signals of the market and discern when a risk is worth taking and when it is a distraction from the true course of progress. This discernment is a key personal finance tip for sustainable growth. Opportunity, on the other hand, often hides behind the veil of uncertainty. It is the potential that lies dormant until risk is taken and the boundaries of comfort are transcended. Every significant breakthrough in the history of enterprise has emerged from a moment when someone chose to invest in the uncharted, to see beyond the immediate hazards, and to believe in a better, more abundant future. The individual who successfully navigates risk does so by keeping a vigilant eye for these openings, understanding that the very factors that make a venture risky can also be the catalysts for its success. This is how the law of money attraction brings forth new possibilities. A critical aspect of this dynamic is the balance between boldness and prudence. Intelligent risk-taking is not a reckless leap into chaos. It is a disciplined exercise in strategic planning. Before engaging in any venture, one must gather all available information, analyze trends, and consider the potential outcomes with a rational mind. This preparatory work forms the bedrock of decision-making, transforming uncertainty into calculated opportunity. Prudent investment strategies are built on this foundation. With every risk that is methodically evaluated, the probability of success increases, and the lessons learned from occasional missteps serve as stepping stones toward a more refined strategy. In the practical world of finance, managing risk also means diversifying one's portfolio. By spreading investments across various ventures and industries, you shield yourself from the volatility inherent in any single endeavor. Diversification is not just a safeguard, it is a way to capture multiple streams of opportunity, each with its own set of challenges and rewards. This is a cornerstone of sound investment strategies and a valuable personal finance tip. This strategy requires constant monitoring and adjustment. The landscape of risk is ever-changing, and what once seemed a minor threat can evolve into a significant obstacle if left unchecked. Furthermore, the willingness to embrace risk opens the door to innovation. When conventional methods no longer suffice, it is the spirit of adventure, the readiness to experiment and to explore new ideas that leads to breakthroughs. In every trial, whether marked by success or setback, there is valuable knowledge to be gained. Each experience sharpens your ability to assess future risks and to identify opportunities that others might overlook. The accumulation of these insights creates a self-reinforcing cycle where every venture, no matter how modest, contributes to a growing reservoir of expertise and confidence, enhancing the power of the law of money attraction. Risk and opportunity are also intimately tied to timing. The market's ebb and flow dictate that the window for advantageous action is often fleeting. Recognizing the right moment to act requires both vigilance and the ability to act swiftly once the conditions are favorable. This temporal aspect underscores the importance of staying informed and agile. As external conditions shift, so too must your strategies. When the convergence of well-timed action and careful risk management occurs, the results can be transformative, unlocking new avenues for wealth and reinforcing the fundamental principle that financial success is achieved through both courage and strategy. These are the balanced decisions that make the law of money attraction a powerful ally, guided by wise investment strategies and sound personal finance tips. Chapter 15, The Dynamic Cycle of Reinvestment, Compounding Your Wealth Through the Law of Money. Reinvestment is the vital process by which every earned dollar becomes a seed for future wealth. It is the art of taking the fruits of your labor and channeling them back into ventures that multiply your resources. In the realm of financial success, reinvestment is not simply a matter of saving or accumulating capital. It is a strategic, continual process that transforms short-term gains into lasting prosperity. This is a core mechanism within the law of money for sustainable wealth building. It's also how many successful streams of passive income are cultivated and expanded through intelligent investment strategies. Consider the process of tending a garden. A careful gardener does not harvest a portion of the yield and let the rest wither. Instead, a portion is always set aside as seed for the next cycle. In financial terms, reinvestment is that act of allocating a part of your earnings into new opportunities that ensure the growth of your capital base. This dynamic cycle requires not only discipline and foresight, but also a willingness to adapt to evolving circumstances in a competitive landscape. This proactive approach is essential for long-term wealth building. When reinvesting, one must first analyze the outcomes of previous endeavors. The lessons learned from both successes and setbacks are invaluable in refining your future investment strategies. It is essential to understand which investments have yielded positive returns and which ones have taught you critical lessons about market behavior and risk management. Through thoughtful reflection, you calibrate your approach, ensuring that every reinvested dollar is directed toward ventures that align with your overarching financial goals, including those that might generate or enhance passive income. This reflection is a key part of applying the law of money wisely. The cycle of reinvestment is driven by a dual focus, preserving capital while simultaneously seeking growth. On one hand, it demands that you safeguard the assets you have worked so hard to accumulate. On the other hand, it calls for the boldness to venture into new areas that promise greater returns. This balance is achieved by diversifying your investments, allocating resources across various opportunities such as new business ventures, innovative technologies, or established markets that continue to expand. Diversification not only minimizes the risks inherent in any single investment, but also creates multiple streams of income that support and reinforce one another, contributing to robust wealth building. A critical component of the reinvestment process is the constant monitoring of the external environment. Financial markets are in a state of perpetual flux, influenced by economic trends, technological advancements, and shifts in consumer behavior. To make reinvestment decisions that are both timely and effective, you must remain alert to these changes. This vigilance allows you to identify emerging opportunities, perhaps new avenues for passive income, before they become widely recognized, and to reallocate your resources in anticipation of shifts in market dynamics. In doing so, you transform each phase of reinvestment into a proactive rather than reactive maneuver, aligning with the forward-moving nature of the law of money. The reinvestment cycle also demands a high degree of flexibility. As new ventures arise and conditions change, the initial plans and investment strategies may need to be revised. Intelligent reinvestment involves regularly assessing the performance of your investments and being prepared to pivot when necessary. This dynamic approach ensures that your financial strategy remains robust and responsive. It is not enough to simply reinvest blindly. Each decision must be informed by careful analysis, strategic planning, and the willingness to embrace change. Moreover, reinvestment is intrinsically linked to the broader principles of value and merit. When you reinvest, you are not merely accumulating more capital, you are channeling your resources into projects that have the potential to generate greater value over time. This reinvestment of capital is a form of self-improvement for your financial portfolio, a deliberate effort to enhance your capacity to produce wealth and solidify your wealth-building efforts. It could mean investing in systems that create more efficient passive income or in skills that increase your earning potential. The continuous cycle of reinvestment becomes a powerful engine that propels you toward increasingly significant financial milestones, each cycle building upon the last. In this ongoing process, the essence of success is captured in the ability to see every return as both a reward and an opportunity, a chance to reinvigorate your financial endeavors with fresh energy and a renewed strategic focus, all powered by the law of money and driving you towards greater financial strength. Chapter 16: Innovation and Adaptation. Evolving your strategies for the law of money success. In the pursuit of wealth, innovation is not an isolated spark of genius, but a natural evolution of thoughtful progress, a vital force that works in tandem with time-tested principles to propel financial success. In the complex landscape of wealth creation, The willingness to embrace new ideas and to adapt them to one's own circumstances is as crucial as adhering to the established laws that govern success. This chapter examines how the integration of innovative thinking with the wisdom of experience creates a dynamic environment where opportunity flourishes, a key to achieving lasting economic success through the law of money. This ongoing evolution is also a critical part of your financial education. Consider the evolving craft of a seasoned artisan who has mastered traditional techniques but is not afraid to incorporate modern tools and methods. In the realm of finance, such an artisan is one who understands that while the fundamental principles of wealth, the law of money, remain unchanged, the methods for achieving prosperity must be continuously refined. Innovation, therefore, is the deliberate act of questioning the status quo, exploring novel approaches and adapting strategies to meet the challenges of a rapidly changing world. It is the readiness to leave behind outdated practices and to experiment with new ideas that resonate with the spirit of progress. At the heart of innovation lies a deep respect for tradition, coupled with a hunger for improvement. The individual who aspires to financial success must first recognize the value in the established laws, the inner force, the law of reciprocity, the power of definite purpose, and so on. These principles provide the sturdy foundation upon which new ideas can be safely built. With this grounding, innovation becomes a process of enhancement rather than a rejection of what has come before. It is a symbiosis where modern techniques, new technologies, and creative problem-solving merge with time-honored wisdom to create strategies that are both robust and responsive, leading to greater economic success. This synthesis is a sophisticated form of financial education in action. Adaptation is the practical expression of innovation. In the financial arena, the environment is in constant flux. Markets shift, consumer behaviors evolve, and technological breakthroughs redefine industries overnight. The capacity to adapt, therefore, becomes a critical asset. Adaptation involves not only the willingness to modify your tactics, but also the foresight to anticipate change. This requires an ongoing commitment to learning, an openness to feedback, and a readiness to recalibrate your approach when the indicators of progress suggest that a new path may be more fruitful. Each adjustment made in response to emerging trends is a testament to the adaptive mind, one that turns challenges into stepping stones for advancement, applying the law of money in a dynamic way. Moreover, innovation and adaptation are deeply intertwined with the notion of risk. Every new idea carries with it an element of uncertainty, and it is through the measured acceptance of risk that innovation takes hold. The innovative mind does not view risk as a deterrent, but as an inherent component of growth. By integrating risk assessment with creative exploration, you open the door to ventures that, while untested, possess the potential for significant reward. This calculated embrace of risk, when combined with the disciplined principles of financial management, transforms potential pitfalls into avenues for breakthrough economic success. This practical experience is an invaluable part of one's financial education. Social synergy also plays a key role in the process of innovation. In today's interconnected world, collaborative endeavors and the exchange of ideas often serve as catalysts for inventive strategies. Engaging with a diverse network of thinkers and practitioners not only broadens your perspective, but also creates a fertile ground for the cross-pollination of ideas. This collective intelligence, when harnessed, amplifies the capacity for adaptation and the generation of novel solutions that address both current challenges and future possibilities. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for leveraging the law of money effectively. Innovation, therefore, is not a solitary pursuit, but a collective endeavor, one that demands both introspection and outward engagement. It is an ongoing journey of refining your methods, learning from each experience, and integrating the fresh insights gleaned from a rapidly evolving environment into your overall strategy for wealth. By embracing innovation and adaptation, you ensure that your approach to the law of money remains vibrant and effective, paving the way for sustained economic success and deepening your personal financial education with every step. Chapter 17. The Strength of Strategic Alliances, Leveraging Networks for Money Attraction. Strategic alliances form the backbone of a well-rounded approach to financial prosperity. In the intricate dance of success, no individual exists in isolation. Just as the finest machinery relies on the harmonious interaction of its parts, financial achievement is often amplified through the creation of mutually beneficial relationships. By forging alliances with those whose visions align with your own, you unlock synergies that propel your endeavors to greater heights. This is a powerful money principle for accelerated wealth creation. Understanding and utilizing this principle is a hallmark of the millionaire mindset. At the heart of this principle lies the understanding that collaboration is not a sign of weakness, but a source of amplified strength. When you extend your network to include individuals, mentors, and even competitors who share a commitment to excellence, you create a dynamic ecosystem. Each connection offers a unique reservoir of ideas, expertise, and resources. These alliances act as channels through which knowledge flows freely and opportunities multiply, ensuring that the reach of your influence is far greater than it would be in solitude. This expansive reach is crucial for significant wealth creation. Consider the image of a well-tended orchard. Each tree, while capable of bearing fruit on its own, thrives best when planted among others. Their branches intertwine, their roots interlock, and together they create an environment in which every element of the ecosystem flourishes. In the world of finance, strategic alliances work in much the same way. They allow you to leverage collective strengths, overcome individual limitations, and approach the marketplace with a comprehensive array of tools and insights. This collaborative approach is a key money principle often employed by those with a millionaire mindset. The formation of these alliances requires discernment and a commitment to shared values. It is essential to seek out those partners who not only possess complementary skills, but also exhibit the same unwavering dedication to intelligent effort and ethical conduct. When both parties approach the relationship as a partnership of equals, each contributing unique strengths and benefiting from the other, the alliance becomes a powerful engine for growth. The mutual reinforcement of capabilities not only enhances your capacity to seize opportunities, but also builds resilience in the face of market volatility. This strategic partnering is vital for long-term wealth creation. Building strategic alliances is an art that demands both sincerity and tactical acuity. Start by cultivating a mindset of openness and willingness to share. True collaboration arises from the transparent exchange of ideas and the joint pursuit of common goals. It is through regular interaction and constructive feedback that alliances are nurtured. This requires a deliberate effort to step beyond the boundaries of individual ambition and to invest in relationships that enrich the collective pool of resources. Every conversation, every shared experience contributes to a deeper understanding of how best to align your strengths with those of your allies. This is a practical money principle in action. Furthermore, the network you build becomes a living laboratory for innovation. In the interplay of diverse perspectives, new strategies emerge. Ideas that might have remained dormant in isolation suddenly take on vibrant life when influenced by the collective intellect. This collaborative spirit not only sparks inventive solutions to long-standing challenges, but also accelerates the pace at which you can pivot and adapt to the ever-changing demands of the financial landscape. Each alliance, therefore, is not merely a static connection, but a dynamic contributor to your ongoing evolution and a catalyst for developing a millionaire mindset. The value of strategic alliances is also measured in the capacity to pool resources. For larger ventures, there is wisdom in the adage that many hands make light work. When multiple parties unite their financial, intellectual, and emotional capital, even the most ambitious projects become attainable. By joining forces, you not only share the burdens of risk, but also enhance the potential returns of your combined efforts. This cooperative approach creates a ripple effect. Each successful venture builds the reputation of the group, opening doors to further opportunities that might have otherwise remained closed. This leveraging of collective power is essential for significant wealth creation. In essence, the strength of strategic alliances lies in their ability to transform individual aspirations into a collective force. They serve as both shield and spear, protecting against the isolation of singular effort while driving forward a unified vision of prosperity. Through these alliances, you harness the power of collaboration to navigate the complexities of the financial world, drawing upon a network that enriches your strategies, broadens your horizons, and reinforces the money principles that lead to a true millionaire mindset. Chapter 18. The Discipline of Self-Mastery, Commanding Your Inner World for Outer Wealth. Self-mastery is the silent architect of all enduring success. It is the unwavering discipline that ensures every thought, every action, and every emotion is honed in service of a greater purpose. In the pursuit of wealth, self-mastery means taking command of the mind and body so that your inner drive is never squandered by distractions or fleeting impulses. This discipline is not a rigid imposition, but a dynamic process of continual self-cultivation and adjustment, a conscious effort to align your daily habits with your highest financial aspirations. This internal command is the cornerstone of money mastery and cultivating a resilient wealth mindset. Picture a craftsman whose every movement is deliberate, whose tools are extensions of his own resolve. In financial terms, you must become that craftsman of your life, fine-tuning your decisions with precision and patience. Self-mastery involves the ongoing challenge of transforming raw potential into refined action. It is the process of establishing routines that reinforce your commitment to growth, of setting aside moments each day to reflect on your progress, and of rigorously eliminating habits that dilute your focus. When you exercise self-discipline, you are not merely controlling impulses. You are actively shaping your destiny, brick by brick, action by action. This is practical financial wisdom. This discipline requires an intimate understanding of the self, a clear-eyed appraisal of both your strengths and vulnerabilities. Often the seeds of success are undermined by procrastination, self-doubt, or an overindulgence in temporary comforts. Self-mastery calls for a stark honesty with oneself, to acknowledge these weaknesses and to work tirelessly to transform them into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. It is a conscious decision to place long-term objectives above momentary gratifications, to persist even when the immediate rewards seem elusive. This unwavering commitment is essential for achieving money mastery. In the realm of wealth creation, every decision is a test of self-discipline. The daily act of budgeting, the careful evaluation of investment opportunities, and the rigorous pursuit of knowledge, all are reflections of a disciplined mind. By committing to continuous self-improvement, you build a reservoir of mental strength that fuels persistent progress. This reservoir is replenished not only by victories, but also by the hard-won lessons gleaned from setbacks. Each experience, whether triumphant or challenging, contributes to a refined understanding of your own potential and a greater capacity for measured, intelligent action. This evolving understanding forms your wealth mindset. A key component of self-mastery is the ability to remain focused amid the ceaseless distractions of modern life. In a world that constantly competes for your attention, cultivating a disciplined mindset is akin to creating a sanctuary within yourself, a place where your priorities remain unshaken by the external clamor. This inner sanctuary is nurtured through practices that calm the mind, such as meditation, reflective journaling, or even a deliberate pause for thoughtful planning. By fostering such practices, you ensure that the mind remains clear, receptive, and directed toward meaningful goals. This inner clarity is a profound piece of financial wisdom. Moreover, self-mastery is inherently linked to accountability. It is the personal responsibility you take for every decision and every outcome. In financial ventures, this accountability means not blaming external circumstances for setbacks, but analyzing what could be improved in your own approach. It is the courage to admit errors, to learn from them, and to refine your methods without losing momentum. This process of self-regulation builds resilience, a quality that transforms challenges into catalysts for growth and strengthens your path to money mastery. As you build the discipline of self-mastery, you create an internal framework that supports every subsequent effort in your financial journey. It is the unseen force that underpins the laws of attraction, the strength of intelligent action, and the power of reinvestment. Each moment dedicated to self-discipline is an investment in your future, ensuring that your energies are focused, your decisions are deliberate, and your actions consistently lead you closer to the realization of your deepest ambitions. This commitment to inner command is what shapes a formidable wealth mindset and embodies true financial wisdom. Chapter 19, The Pursuit of Knowledge. The cornerstone of wealth and the law of money knowledge is the quiet force that continuously transforms potential into tangible success. In the intricate dance of financial achievement, learning is not a mere accessory. It is the driving energy that refines every action and shapes every decision. As you tread the pathway toward wealth, the constant pursuit of knowledge becomes your most reliable companion, sharpening your insights and illuminating the hidden corridors of opportunity. This commitment to learning is fundamental to understanding and applying the law of money and is the essence of true financial education. Envision the mind as a vast reservoir, one that expands with every new lesson learned and every experience embraced. Just as water nourishes the land, knowledge nurtures your ability to see the subtle dynamics of the financial world. It empowers you to decode market signals, to recognize emerging trends, and to harness the underlying money principles that govern success. Every piece of information, every fresh insight contributes to a growing arsenal of strategies that fortify your endeavors. This continuous self-improvement is a hallmark of effective personal finance education. In this relentless pursuit, education is not confined to formal institutions or traditional texts. It flourishes in every interaction, every observation, and every challenge encountered along your journey. The seasoned entrepreneur who refines his methods through experience, the innovative mind that adapts to shifting paradigms, and the determined individual who reads voraciously, all are united by a common thread, a commitment to lifelong learning. It is through continuous study and deliberate reflection that you convert fleeting ideas into powerful tools for wealth creation, thereby mastering the law of money. This process demands both humility and courage. Humility, for it requires the Recognition that no matter how much you have achieved, there is always more to learn. And courage, because it propels you to venture into unfamiliar territories of thought and practice. Embracing the unknown, you discover that each new challenge is a lesson in disguise, a chance to refine your understanding of the laws that govern success. In the act of learning, you liberate yourself from the confines of outdated beliefs and open the door to innovative strategies that can redefine your financial destiny. This ongoing quest for understanding is the heart of financial education. Investing in knowledge also means being receptive to the wisdom of others. Mentors, peers, and even competitors provide a wellspring of insights that, when properly integrated into your own thinking, can accelerate your growth. By engaging in dialogue and exchanging ideas, you not only expand your intellectual horizon, but also test and enhance your theories of success. This collaborative spirit enriches your perspective and transforms solitary learning into a dynamic process of collective advancement. This is a practical application of personal finance education, learning from the collective. Moreover, the digital age offers unprecedented access to a vast array of resources. Books, seminars, online courses, and interactive forums are at your fingertips, each offering a unique lens through which to view the complex interplay of forces in the financial arena. With the tools of modern communication and technology, you can continuously update your knowledge base and adapt your strategies to the rapidly changing environment. This agility, rooted in the constant intake and application of new information, becomes the bedrock of sustained prosperity, all guided by the money principles embedded in the law of money. The pursuit of knowledge is also an exercise in self-discipline. It requires setting aside time each day for study and reflection, cultivating habits that prioritize learning over idle distraction. When you commit to this routine, you begin to notice how each moment of study fortifies your mental resilience and sharpens your decision-making. In the quiet moments of reflection, the lessons of the day coalesce into a clearer vision of your goals, and the path toward wealth becomes not just a possibility, but an ever-unfolding reality. This commitment is what transforms information into actionable financial education. As you immerse yourself in this journey of continuous learning, remember that every insight, every lesson, and every experience adds to the reservoir of your potential. The evolving nature of knowledge ensures that there is always room for growth, a perpetual invitation to push the boundaries of what you can achieve and to redefine the very essence of financial success. By making the pursuit of knowledge a cornerstone of your life, you ensure that your understanding and application of the law of money and its underlying money principles continually deepens, solidifying your path to wealth. This is the ultimate aim of personal finance education: empowerment through understanding. Part 3. Advanced Manifestation and Money Management Mastery. Chapter 20. The Law of Assumption for Money. Living in the End, Result of Your Financial Desires. As we venture deeper into the principles of wealth, we encounter a potent concept that accelerates the journey: the law of assumption for money. This law operates on a profound understanding of creative power, suggesting that to manifest your financial desires, you must begin by assuming the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. It's about embodying the state of being wealthy, successful, and abundant now, not at some distant point in the future. This principle works in powerful synergy with the secret law of attraction money, taking your ability for manifesting money to an entirely new level. Unlike merely wishing or hoping for wealth, the law of assumption invites you to live from the end result. If your desire is financial freedom, you must begin to think, feel, and act as a financially free individual would. This doesn't mean reckless spending, but rather cultivating the inner state, the confidence, the peace, the generosity, that accompanies such freedom. By assuming the reality of your desire, you impress this new state upon your subconscious mind, which then works to bring it into your physical reality. This is a subtle yet powerful distinction in the art of manifesting money. Many understand the basics of attraction, but the secret law of attraction money often lies in this very act of assuming. It's about shifting your identity. You are no longer someone striving for wealth. You are a wealthy individual, simply awaiting the physical manifestation of that truth. This internal shift in consciousness is the catalyst. When you truly assume, your desire is a present fact. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions naturally align with this new reality, sending out a clear and powerful vibrational signal to the universe. Consider this. If you were already living your dream financial life, how would you feel upon waking each day? What thoughts would dominate your mind? How would you interact with others? The law of assumption for money requires you to immerse yourself in these feelings and states before they are physically evident. You are, in essence, rehearsing your future success until it becomes your dominant present. This persistent inner dwelling is key to manifesting money effectively. This is not about delusion, but about conscious creation. You are not denying your current reality, but rather choosing to focus your dominant attention and feeling state on the reality you desire to create. The law of assumption for money teaches that your imagination is the workshop of God, the creative power within you. What you vividly imagine and feel to be true, your subconscious mind accepts as reality and begins to orchestrate circumstances, opportunities, and insights to match that inner conviction. This inner work is a crucial, often overlooked aspect of the secret law of attraction money. To practice this, dedicate time to mentally inhabit your desired financial state. Feel the security, the joy, the freedom. See yourself making decisions from a place of abundance. The more vivid and frequent these assumptions, the more deeply they are impressed upon your subconscious. Obstacles or doubts may arise, but you must gently return to your assumption, persisting in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This persistence is crucial for manifesting money through assumption. The law of assumption for money is a disciplined practice. It requires you to monitor your inner conversations and emotional states, consciously redirecting them to align with your desired outcome. It asks you to trust in the unseen, to believe in the power of your own consciousness to shape your financial destiny. As you consistently live in the assumption of your wealth, you will begin to notice synchronicities and opportunities aligning in ways that confirm your inner state. By mastering this principle, you move beyond merely attracting money to becoming a conscious architect of your financial reality, powerfully utilizing the secret law of attraction money to its fullest potential. It is a journey of internal transformation that leads to profound external results in manifesting money and achieving your highest financial aspirations. Chapter 21, The Power of Law of Attraction Money. Affirmations, speaking your abundance into being. Easy money affirmations. Words hold immense power. They shape our thoughts, influence our emotions, and ultimately craft our reality. In the realm of financial manifestation, law of attraction, money affirmations serve as potent tools to reprogram our minds, align our energy with abundance, and consciously direct the creative forces within us. This chapter explores how to harness the power of affirmations to become truly affirmations rich, tapping into your subconscious mind, power for money, and allowing yourself to be inspired by the possibilities. Affirmations are positive statements that declare a desired state or goal as already true. When repeated with feeling and conviction, they bypass the critical conscious mind and directly influence the subconscious, the seat of our deepest beliefs and automatic behaviors. If your subconscious is programmed with limiting beliefs about money, money is hard to come by, I'm not worthy of wealth, it will consistently create circumstances that reflect these beliefs. Law of attraction, money affirmations are your means of rewriting this internal script. The beauty of affirmations lies in their simplicity and accessibility. They are the easy money affirmations because the principle is straightforward. Consistently feed your mind with statements of abundance, and your mind will begin to accept abundance as your natural state. This is crucial for activating your subconscious mind power for money. Let us explore some powerful affirmations designed to help you become affirmations rich and to be inspired by the abundant life you are creating. As I recite these, feel the truth of them resonate within you. Allow yourself to embody the feeling of each statement. Transition to a slightly more rhythmic, empowering tone for the affirmations, drawing from the provided Easy Money Affirmations transcript section. I am worthy of being wealthy. I am a magnet for money. Prosperity is drawn to me. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I move from poverty thinking to abundance thinking. I am worthy of making more money. I am open and receptive to all the wealth life offers me. I embrace new avenues of income. I welcome an unlimited source of income and wealth in my life. I release all negative energy over money. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I use money to better my life and the lives of others. Wealth constantly flows into my life. My actions create constant prosperity. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. I constantly attract opportunities that create more money. My finances improve beyond my dreams. Money is the root of joy and comfort. Money and spirituality can coexist in harmony. Money and love can be friends. Money is my servant. I am the master of my wealth. I'm able to handle large sums of money. I'm at peace with having a lot of money. I can handle massive success with grace. Money expands my life's opportunities and experiences. Money creates positive impacts in my life. I am worthy of a wealthy life. Money comes to me in miraculous ways. Return to a more instructional, yet still inspiring tone. These are just examples. The most powerful law of attraction, money affirmations, are those that resonate deeply with you and address your specific limiting beliefs. You can create your own, always stating them in the present tense, using positive language and infusing them with emotion. To make your affirmations truly effective in harnessing your subconscious mind power for money, consider these tips. Repeat them consistently. Daily practice, especially upon waking and before sleeping, is key. Feel them. Don't just recite words. Feel the joy, gratitude, and security of the affirmation being true. Visualize. As you affirm, visualize yourself already living that reality. Write them down. The act of writing reinforces the message to your subconscious. Believe them, or, at the very least, be open to the possibility of them becoming true. Suspend disbelief. By diligently applying law of attraction money affirmations, you are actively participating in your own financial upliftment. You are planting seeds of prosperity in the fertile ground of your subconscious, and with consistent nurturing, these seeds will blossom into a tangible reality. Let these affirmations serve as your daily reminder to be inspired, to believe in your inherent worthiness of abundance, and to actively call forth the wealthy life you desire. You are indeed becoming affirmations rich, and through this richness of thought, material wealth must follow. Chapter 22, The Law of Vibration and Money. Tuning your frequency to wealth and prosperity. Underpinning the very fabric of existence and central to the law of money attraction is the law of vibration. This universal principle states that everything, in the universe, from the smallest particle to the grandest galaxy, is in a constant state of motion, vibrating at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they too are vibrations. And like a cosmic tuning fork, your dominant vibrational frequency determines what you attract into your life, including your experiences with manifesting money. To cultivate a wealth mindset is, in essence, to consciously manage and elevate your personal vibration. Think of yourself as a living broadcast tower. The thoughts you consistently entertain and the emotions you predominantly feel create a unique vibrational signature. This signature radiates outwards, interacting with the vibrational field of the universe. According to the law of vibration, energies of a similar frequency are drawn together. Therefore, if your dominant vibration is one of lack, fear, or unworthiness concerning money, you will invariably attract circumstances and experiences that resonate with that frequency, making manifesting money a challenging endeavor. Conversely, if you cultivate thoughts and feelings of abundance, gratitude, joy, and expectation related to wealth, you elevate your vibrational frequency. You begin to resonate with the frequency of prosperity itself. This is the essence of tuning your internal state to match your financial desires. A consistent wealth mindset, rooted in positive expectation and belief, naturally emits a high, attractive vibration. The law of money attraction works in perfect harmony with the law of vibration. Your thoughts create your beliefs shape your emotions, and your emotions dictate your vibration. When you consciously choose thoughts that affirm your abundance, you are actively changing your vibrational output. This isn't just about positive thinking as a mental exercise. It's about understanding that your thoughts are energetic tools capable of altering your point of attraction. How then do you consciously tune your frequency to wealth and prosperity for effective manifesting money? Become aware of your current vibration. Pay attention to your habitual thoughts and feelings about money. Are they predominantly positive or negative? Do you feel anxious or expectant? This awareness is the first step. Elevate your emotional state. Since emotions are powerful vibrators, consciously choose activities, thoughts, and environments that make you feel good, joyful, and empowered. Gratitude is an especially potent emotion for raising your vibration. Practice visualization with feeling. As discussed in earlier chapters, when you visualize your financial goals as already achieved and immerse yourself in the feeling of that success, you are emitting the vibration of that reality now. Use affirmations to reinforce a high vibration. Positive affirmations, when charged with belief and emotion, help to sustain a high vibrational state, solidifying your wealth mindset. Surround yourself with resonant energies. Spend time with people who uplift you, engage with content that inspires you, and create an environment that reflects the abundance you seek. The law of vibration is always at work, whether you are conscious of it or not. By understanding its mechanics, you gain the power to deliberately manage your internal state and thereby influence your external reality. Manifesting money becomes less about struggle and more about alignment, aligning your personal frequency with the frequency of wealth. This requires consistent effort and self-awareness. There will be moments when old patterns of thought or negative emotions try to pull your vibration down. Your task is to gently but firmly guide your focus back to thoughts and feelings that resonate with abundance. This conscious management is the hallmark of a mature wealth mindset. By mastering your vibrational output, you become a powerful magnet for financial opportunities, resources, and synchronicities. You are no longer passively waiting for wealth to find you. You are actively tuning yourself to its frequency, making the law of money attraction an inevitable force in your life. This is the art and science of vibrating at the level of your desires, ensuring that the universe mirrors back to you the prosperity you consciously cultivate within. Chapter 23. The Law of Money Manifestation. From Vision to Tangible Wealth. Creatio, we have explored the inner forces, the power of thought, the unwavering will, and the crucial role of vibration. Now we integrate these elements into the practical application of the law of money manifestation. This is where the unseen alchemy of mind and spirit translates into the tangible reality of wealth creation. It's the journey from a clearly held vision to dollars in your account, opportunities at your doorstep, and a life of financial abundance. This chapter is about understanding the practical steps involved in how to make money, not just by effort, but by conscious, deliberate manifestation. The law of money manifestation is not a singular act, but a dynamic process, a cycle that begins within and extends into the outer world. It follows a distinct, though often subtle, sequence. Clarity of vision, the seed. As we discussed regarding definite purpose, all wealth creation begins with a clear, specific vision of what you desire to manifest financially. Vague hopes yield vague results. You must know precisely what you want. Is it a specific income level, a successful business, freedom from debt, or the ability to fund a particular project? Define it with clarity. This clarity is the seed from which your financial reality will grow. This is the first step in practical law of attraction, money manifestation, emotional impregnation, the watering. A vision alone is not enough. It must be charged with emotion. You must feel the reality of your desire as if it were already yours, engaging the law of assumption. Feel the joy, the security, the gratitude. This emotional energy is what gives your vision life and magnetic power. This is where many fall short in understanding how to make money through manifestation. They focus on the what, but neglect the feeling, unwavering belief and expectancy, the sunlight. You must cultivate an unshakable belief in the inevitability of your manifestation. Doubt is the weed that chokes the seedling. Expectancy, as we've learned, is the sunlight that nurtures its growth. Hold fast to your vision with faith, knowing that the laws of the universe are working to bring it forth. This persistent belief is crucial for sustained wealth creation, inspired action, the tending. While the inner work is paramount, the law of money manifestation often requires an outward expression. This is not about frantic, desperate effort, but about inspired action. As you align your thoughts and feelings with your vision, you will receive intuitive nudges, ideas, and opportunities. Act on these promptly and confidently. These actions might involve learning a new skill, making a connection, launching a project, or adjusting your investment strategies, as discussed in previous chapters. This is the practical side of how to make money through this process. Detachment from the outcome, allowing growth. Once you have planted the seed, watered it with emotion, and provided the sunlight of belief, you must allow it to grow. This involves a degree of detachment. Do not constantly dig up your seed to check if it's sprouting. Trust the process. Obsessing over how and when your manifestation will arrive can create resistance. Set your intention, do your part, and then release it to the universe, knowing that the wealth creation is underway. Receptivity and gratitude, the harvest. Be open and receptive to receiving your manifestation, which may arrive in unexpected ways. When it does, or when you see signs of its approach, express genuine gratitude. Gratitude amplifies the positive energy and opens the door for even more abundance, reinforcing the cycle of law of attraction, money manifestation. This process from A vision to tangible result is the essence of the law of money manifestation. It's a marriage of inner alignment and outer, intelligent action. It requires discipline, patience, and an unwavering faith in your own creative power and the orderly laws of the universe. Understanding these steps empowers you to move beyond simply wishing for wealth to actively participating in its creation. You learn how to make money by becoming a conscious co-creator with the universe, leveraging unseen forces to achieve tangible wealth creation. Every principle discussed thus far, inner force, reciprocity, attraction, purpose, will, confidence, expectancy, attitude, intelligent action, opening the way, value, investment, autonomy, risk navigation, reinvestment, innovation, alliances, self-mastery and knowledge, all play their part in this grand process of manifestation. Chapter 24. The Law of Money Management. The 60-30-10 Rule for Sustainable Financial Freedom. While the inner laws of attraction and manifestation are powerful catalysts for bringing wealth into your life, the law of money also encompasses the practical stewardship of those resources. Effective money management is not a constraint, but a framework for freedom. It ensures that the abundance you attract is sustained, grown, and utilized wisely to create lasting financial freedom. This chapter introduces a practical application of the law of money management, the 60-30-10 rule, and offers key personal finance tips to help you master your finances. Many individuals succeed in attracting or earning money only to see it slip through their fingers due to a lack of conscious management. True wealth building isn't just about income, it's about what you do with that income. The law of money management dictates that a structured approach to your finances is essential for building a secure and prosperous future. One popular and effective guideline for personal money management is the 50-30-20 rule, which suggests allocating 50% of your after-tax income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and investments. However, in light of changing economic realities, such as rising inflation and increased costs of living in many areas, this traditional rule may require adaptation. Therefore, we explore a modified version, the 60-30-10 rule. This isn't a rigid dogma, but a flexible guideline, a starting point for conscious allocation, especially for those finding it challenging to keep needs below 50%. Understanding the 60-30-10 rule, 60% for needs. This portion of your after-tax income is allocated to essential living expenses, housing, rent, or mortgage payments. Aim for reasonable and sustainable utilities, electricity, water, gas, internet, the necessities for a functioning home, groceries, food for nourishment, focusing on home-cooked meals, healthcare, insurance premiums, necessary medical expenses. Health is foundational. Transportation, costs to get to work and manage daily life, car payments, fuel, public transport, minimum debt payments, essential payments on existing debts to maintain good financial standing. This increased allocation acknowledges that for many, essential costs now consume a larger portion of income. The goal within this 60% is still to be mindful and avoid unnecessary inflation of needs. This is a core personal finance tip. Distinguish true needs from disguised wants. 30% for wants, discretionary spending. This category covers lifestyle, choices that enhance your life but are not strictly necessary for survival. Dining out and entertainment, restaurants, movies, concerts, hobbies, shopping, clothing beyond basic needs, gadgets, non-essential items, travel and vacations, experiences that enrich your life, subscriptions and memberships, gyms, streaming services, etc. The key here, under the law of money management, is conscious spending. Enjoy your life, but ensure this spending aligns with your overall financial goals and doesn't encroach on your savings or essential needs. 10% for savings and investments, future you. This is where the magic of compounding and long-term wealth building happens, leading to financial freedom. Building an emergency fund, a crucial first step for financial security, investing for retirement, utilizing tax-advantaged accounts like Roth IRAs or 401ks, investing for other goals, down payments, education, starting a business. Aggressively paying down high-interest debt, this can be considered an investment in your financial health. While 10% might seem lower than the traditional 20%, the principle is to start consistently. As your income grows or your needs percentage decreases, perhaps you pay off a car or find more affordable housing. The goal is to aggressively increase this savings and investment percentage. This flexibility is a vital personal finance tip. The ultimate aim for financial freedom is to make this percentage as high as comfortably possible. Applying the law of money management with this rule: track your spending. You can't manage what you don't measure. Understand where your money is currently going. Calculate your percentages. Based on your after-tax income, see how your current spending aligns with the 60-30-10 or 50-30-20 if achievable guideline. Adjust and optimize. Identify areas where you can reduce spending in wants or even needs to free up more for savings and investments. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts on payday. This pays-yourself first strategy is a powerful personal finance tip. Review. Regularly, your income and expenses will change. Periodically review your budget and allocations to ensure they still serve your goals for financial freedom. The 60-30-10 rule is a tool, a guideline to help you practice conscious money management. The underlying principle of the law of money management is intentionality. By deliberately allocating your resources, you transform from being a passive recipient of financial circumstance to an active creator of your financial destiny, paving a clear path towards sustainable financial freedom. Remember, the goal is to progress. If 10% is your start, aim for 15%, then 20% and beyond as you master your finances. Chapter 25. The Principle of Gratitude in Money Attraction, Amplifying Your Financial Blessings. In the symphony of universal laws that govern prosperity, gratitude plays a uniquely harmonious and powerful note. The principle of gratitude is not merely a polite sentiment. It is an active force, a vibrational amplifier that significantly enhances the law of money attraction. When you cultivate a genuine sense of thankfulness for what you already have and for the abundance that is on its way, you create a magnetic field that draws even more good into your life. This is one of the most profound money principles for fostering a consistent wealth mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you are constantly aware of what's missing, your dominant vibration is one of scarcity, which, by the law of money attraction, can only bring more experiences of lack. However, when you consciously choose to acknowledge and appreciate the blessings already present in your life, no matter how small they may seem, you tune your energy to the frequency of plenty. This shift in perspective is transformative for your wealth mindset. Think of gratitude as an open declaration to the universe that you recognize and value its gifts. This recognition does not go unnoticed. The universe, operating on principles of reciprocity and attraction, responds to genuine appreciation by providing more to be grateful for. It's a beautiful, self-reinforcing cycle. The more you appreciate, the more you receive. The more you receive, the more you have to appreciate. How does gratitude specifically amplify your financial blessings and work with the law of money attraction? It elevates your vibration. As discussed in the law of vibration, positive emotions raise your frequency. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational states. When you are in a state of gratitude, you are a vibrational match for more good things. including money and opportunities. It opens channels of receptivity. A grateful heart is an open heart. When you are thankful, you are more receptive to the subtle cues, ideas, and opportunities that the universe sends your way. You notice the small synchronicities that lead to larger breakthroughs. It dissolves resistance, worry, fear, and doubt. About money create resistance, blocking the flow of abundance. Gratitude acts as an antidote to these negative emotions, clearing the path for wealth to enter your life. This is a crucial money principle for effortless attraction. It strengthens your belief. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you see evidence of abundance already in your life. This tangible proof strengthens your belief that more is possible, reinforcing your wealth mindset and making future manifestations feel more attainable. It enhances your enjoyment of wealth. Gratitude allows you to truly savor the financial blessings you receive. It's not just about acquiring money, but about appreciating the freedom, security, and experiences it provides. This joy further fuels the cycle of attraction, cultivating a practice of gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down several things you are grateful for, specifically including financial blessings, however small, a discount received, an unexpected check, a bill paid with ease, the skills you possess that generate income. Express verbal gratitude. Thank people who assist you, acknowledge good service, and express appreciation for opportunities. Feel gratitude for future blessings. Give thanks in advance for the financial abundance you are manifesting, as if it has already arrived. This aligns with the law of assumption. Meditate on gratitude. Spend a few minutes each day simply feeling thankful for all aspects of your life, allowing the feeling to permeate your being. Acknowledge non-material wealth. Be grateful for your health, relationships, knowledge, and talents. These are all forms of wealth that contribute to your overall well-being and capacity to attract financial prosperity. The principle of gratitude is a simple yet profoundly effective tool in your journey with the law of money attraction. It transforms your energy, shifts your perspective, and opens you up to a continuous flow of financial blessings. By making gratitude a daily practice, you not only enhance your ability to attract wealth, but also enrich your experience of life itself, solidifying a positive and expectant wealth mindset. It is one of the most accessible and impactful money principles you can adopt today. Chapter 26. The Law of Detachment, Releasing Neediness to Accelerate Money Manifestation. In our exploration of law of attraction money manifestation, we encounter a principle that might initially seem counterintuitive, yet is profoundly powerful. The law of detachment. This law teaches that while it is essential to have clear intentions, strong desires, and unwavering belief, it is equally crucial to release your attachment to the specific outcome, timing, and manner in which your financial desires will manifest. This detachment is not about apathy or giving up. Rather, it's about releasing the energetic chokehold of neediness and desperation, which can inadvertently repel what you seek. This is a subtle but vital aspect of the secret law of attraction money. Neediness and desperation create a vibration of lack. When you are overly attached to an outcome, constantly worrying about whether it will happen or trying to force it into existence, you are essentially telling the universe, "I don't have this, and I'm afraid I won't get it." This fear-based energy creates resistance, slowing down or even blocking your law of attraction money manifestation. The law of detachment invites you to trust. Trust in your own creative power, trust in the processes of the universe, and trust that what is meant for you will arrive in perfect timing and in the perfect way. It's about setting your intention with clarity and passion, doing your part with inspired action, and then letting go, allowing the universe to orchestrate the details. This letting go is where much of the secret law of attraction money power lies. Consider a gardener who plants a seed. They water it, ensure it has sunlight, and protect it from pests. But they don't constantly dig it up to see if it's growing, nor do they anxiously demand it sprout by a specific hour. They trust the natural process of growth. Similarly, in law of attraction money manifestation, you plant your seed of desire, nurture it with belief and positive emotion, and then allow the universal laws to do their work without your anxious interference. How does detachment accelerate money manifestation? It reduces resistance. Neediness, worry, and doubt are forms of energetic resistance. Detachment dissolves this resistance, creating a clear pathway for your desires to flow to you. It opens you to infinite possibilities. When you are attached to one specific way your money must come, you may miss other, perhaps even better avenues the universe is trying to present. Detachment allows you to be open to unexpected opportunities. It raises your vibration. Releasing anxiety and embracing trust naturally elevates your emotional state and consequently your vibration, making you a better match for abundance. It allows for divine timing. The universe operates on a timeline that is often beyond our comprehension. Detachment allows your manifestation to unfold in its own perfect timing, which is often better than what we might try to force. This is a key understanding in the secret law of attraction money. It fosters peace and well-being. Living in a state of anxious attachment is stressful. Detachment brings a sense of peace and freedom, allowing you to enjoy the present moment while your desires are manifesting. Practicing detachment. Focus on the why, not just the what. Connect with the deeper reasons behind your financial desires. The freedom, security, joy, or impact you seek. This focus on the essence rather than the exact form makes detachment easier. Affirm your trust. Use affirmations like, "I trust the process of life," or "All my needs are met at the perfect time and in the perfect way." Engage in enjoyable activities. Shift your focus away from obsessing about your manifestation by engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment in the present. Practice letting go. Meditations. Visualize releasing your desire to the universe with trust and confidence. Remember past successes. Recall times when things worked out perfectly without your needing to control every detail. This builds faith in the process of law of attraction money manifestation. The law of detachment is not about suppressing your desire. It's about transmuting anxious attachment into confident expectation. It's knowing with a deep inner certainty that your good is on its way, so you don't need to cling to it with desperation. By mastering this delicate balance of focused intention and surrendered trust, you unlock a more profound level of law of attraction money manifestation, allowing wealth to flow to you with greater ease and grace. This understanding is central to the secret law of attraction money. Chapter 27. The Subconscious Mind, Power for Money. Reprogramming your beliefs for automatic wealth. Beneath the surface of your conscious awareness lies a vast and powerful realm, your subconscious mind. This is the domain of your deepest beliefs, your ingrained habits, and your automatic responses. It is the faithful servant that works tirelessly to bring into your reality whatever is impressed upon it as truth. Understanding and harnessing your subconscious mind power for money is akin to unlocking a hidden vault that can lead to automatic wealth and effortless abundance. This is a theme often explored in impactful money mindset books. Your subconscious mind does not reason or question. It simply accepts what is fed to it, particularly through repetition and strong emotion. If over years it has been programmed with beliefs of lack, struggle, or unworthiness concerning money, perhaps from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or past failures. It will faithfully manifest these beliefs in your financial life. This is why conscious effort alone sometimes falls short. You may be fighting against deeply embedded subconscious programming. The key to transforming your financial reality, therefore, lies in reprogramming these limiting beliefs. This is where the principles we've discussed, such as affirmations and the law of assumption for money, become incredibly potent. They are tools for impressing new, empowering beliefs about wealth directly onto the subconscious. How does your subconscious mind power for money operate? It controls your habits. Many of your financial habits, spending patterns, saving tendencies, reactions to financial opportunities or setbacks, are governed by your subconscious. Reprogram it, and your habits will change naturally. It influences your intuition and perception. A subconscious program for abundance will help you recognize opportunities that a mind programmed for lack might overlook. It sharpens your intuition, guiding you toward wealth-creating actions. It governs your vibrational output. Your core beliefs, held in the subconscious, largely determine your dominant emotional state and thus your vibrational frequency, which attracts corresponding experiences. It works 24/7. Unlike your conscious mind, your subconscious is always active, even while you sleep, working to solve problems and manifest the beliefs it holds as true. Many seminal money mindset books emphasize this internal work. They highlight that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, and the subconscious is the primary architect of that inner landscape. Techniques for reprogramming your subconscious for wealth. Affirmations revisited. As covered in Chapter 21, consistent repetition of positive money affirmations, especially before sleep and upon waking, when the subconscious is most receptive, is a powerful method. State them as if they are already true, engaging your subconscious mind power for money. Visualization with emotion. Vividly imagining yourself already wealthy and feeling the emotions associated with that wealth creates a powerful imprint on the subconscious. This is a direct application of the law of assumption for money. Auto-suggestion. This involves consciously feeding your subconscious with specific positive suggestions about money. You might record yourself saying affirmations and listen to them regularly. Subliminal messaging. Use with discernment. Some find value in listening to audio tracks with positive money messages embedded below the threshold of conscious hearing. Repetition and consistency. Reprogramming takes time and consistent effort. One-off attempts are unlikely to yield significant results. The subconscious learns through repetition. Identify and challenge limiting beliefs. Become aware of your negative thought patterns around money. When one arises, consciously challenge it and replace it with an empowering belief. This is a core theme in many money mindset books. By actively engaging in these reprogramming techniques, you are essentially rewriting the software of your financial destiny. You are shifting from a default programming that may have hindered your wealth to a new, empowering program that supports and accelerates it. Harnessing your subconscious mind power for money is not about a quick fix, but about a dedicated commitment to internal transformation. As you consistently impress beliefs of abundance, worthiness, and financial success upon this powerful part of your mind, you will begin to see your external reality shift in remarkable ways. Opportunities will appear, inspired ideas will flow, and your actions will become more aligned with wealth creation, almost automatically. This is the power of aligning your conscious desires with your subconscious convictions, a cornerstone of achieving lasting financial success, deeply connected to the law of assumption for money. Chapter 28, the law of inspired action for money, recognizing and acting on divine guidance. While the mental and emotional work of aligning with wealth is paramount in the law of attraction, there often comes a point where inner alignment seeks outward expression. This is where the law of inspired action for money comes into play. Inspired action is different from forced, effortful struggle. It arises from a place of clarity, intuition, and joyful expectation rather than fear or desperation. Recognizing and acting upon this guidance is crucial for translating your manifested desires into tangible financial results and is a key component of how to make money in alignment with universal principles. This can provide tremendous law of attraction motivation. Inspired action feels different. It often comes as a sudden insight, a strong intuitive pull, a persistent idea that won't go away, or a series of synchronicities that seem to point you in a particular direction. It doesn't feel like a heavy obligation. Instead, there's an element of ease, excitement, or a deep sense of rightness about it. This is the universe, or your higher self, guiding you on the most efficient path to your financial goals. Many people, when learning how to make money using the law of attraction, get stuck on the action part. They either take no action, believing manifestation is entirely passive, or they engage in frantic, misaligned activity born from anxiety. The law of inspired action teaches a middle way. Do the inner work first. Focus on clarifying your vision, raising your vibration, affirming your desires, and cultivating belief. This creates the fertile ground from which inspired action can sprout. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to those gut feelings, hunches, and quiet inner whispers. Your intuition is a direct line to higher wisdom and often provides the first clues for inspired action. Recognize synchronicities. Notice recurring themes, chance encounters that feel significant, or information that seems to coincidentally appear just when you need it. These are often signposts guiding your next steps. Act promptly on inspiration. When an inspired idea or intuitive nudge comes, don't overthink it or procrastinate. Inspired action often has a window of opportunity. Acting on it, even if it's a small step, builds momentum and signals to the universe your readiness to receive. This act of stepping forward can be powerful law of attraction motivation. Distinguish inspired action from ego-driven action. Ego-driven action often stems from fear, I have to do this or I'll fail, comparison, or a need for external validation. Inspired action feels more authentic, aligned, and often simpler. Trust the path, even if it's unclear. Sometimes, inspired action involves taking a step without seeing the full staircase. Trust that each inspired step will illuminate the next. This trust is fundamental to how to make money through aligned means. The beauty of inspired action is that it often leads to disproportionately large results for the effort expended. Because it's aligned with the flow of universal energy, it tends to be more effective and efficient. It's like paddling with the current rather than against it. When you are deeply connected to your vision and your why, and you've cultivated a high vibrational state, the law of attraction works to bring you not just the end result, but also the means to achieve it. These means often present themselves as opportunities for inspired action. So while you are visualizing your abundance and affirming your wealth, remain alert and receptive. Ask yourself, what is one small, joyful step I can take today towards my financial goals? The answer might surprise you. It could be making a phone call you've been putting off, researching a new skill, starting a creative project, or simply having an open conversation. By embracing the law of inspired action for money, you become an active co-creator in your financial destiny. You blend the power of inner intention with the wisdom of outer guidance, creating a dynamic partnership with the universe. This approach not only accelerates your journey to wealth, but also makes the process of how to make money more joyful, fulfilling, and imbued with a sense of purpose, providing ongoing law of attraction motivation. Chapter 29. The Law of Giving and Receiving. creating a continuous flow of money and value. In the intricate ecosystem of finance and personal prosperity, the law of money operates much like the natural world, through cycles of flow. One of the most fundamental of these is the law of giving and receiving. This universal money principle states that to receive, one must also give, and to give, one opens the channels to receive. It's a dynamic, continuous loop where value, energy, and yes, money must circulate freely to ensure sustained growth and economic success. Many approach wealth with a mindset of accumulation, focusing solely on what they can get. While desire and receiving are important, an exclusive focus on taking can create energetic stagnation. The law of giving and receiving teaches that money, like energy, must flow. Hoarding it out of fear or being unwilling to share your value constricts the channels through which more can enter your life. Consider the flow of a river. It remains vibrant and life-giving because it is constantly receiving water from its source and constantly giving water to the lands it nourishes. If a river were to stop flowing to try and hold all its water, it would become a stagnant pond, losing its vitality. Similarly, your financial life thrives when there is a healthy circulation of giving and receiving. This is key to long-term economic success. What does giving mean in the context of the law of money? Giving value. This is the most fundamental form of giving. Offer your talents, skills, products, or services with excellence and a genuine desire to serve and provide solutions. The more value you give, the more value the market and the universe is willing to return to you. This is a core money principle. Giving. Time and energy. Volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering a helping hand without expectation of immediate financial return can create goodwill and open unexpected doors. Giving appreciation and recognition. Acknowledging others. Expressing gratitude and supporting their endeavors creates a positive, energetic exchange. Giving financially, charity, tithing. For many, consciously allocating a portion of their income to support causes they believe in or to help those less fortunate is a powerful way to affirm abundance and keep the channels of receiving open. It's an act of faith that demonstrates you trust in a continuous supply. Giving freely without strings attached. True giving comes from a place of abundance, not from a transactional mindset of, I'll give this so I can get that. Give because you desire to contribute and share. The receiving side of the equation is equally important. Many people are excellent givers but struggle with receiving. They may feel unworthy, uncomfortable, or indebted when offered help, compliments, or even fair payment for their services. This blocks the flow just as much as an unwillingness to give. To embrace the receiving aspect of this money principle, acknowledge your worthiness. Understand that you deserve to receive abundance for the value you provide and simply for being. Receive graciously. When someone offers you a gift, a compliment, help, or payment, accept it with genuine gratitude and openness. Allow yourself to be supported. It's okay to ask for help and to accept support when needed. This doesn't diminish your strength. It acknowledges interdependence. The law of giving and receiving is not about a meticulous tit-for-tat accounting. It's about cultivating an overall attitude of generosity and openness. When you operate from a mindset that there is always enough to share and that you are worthy of receiving, you align yourself with the natural, abundant flow of the universe. This fosters sustained economic success. By consciously participating in this cycle, you become a conduit for value and prosperity. You understand that your financial well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others. As you give value, you activate the law of money to bring value back to you, often multiplied. This continuous circulation is what builds enduring wealth and creates a vibrant, thriving economic life, not just for yourself, but for the broader community you serve. This is a foundational money principle for anyone seeking not just personal gain, but meaningful economic success. Chapter 30. The Law of Financial Clarity, Knowing Your Numbers for True Money Mastery. In the pursuit of money mastery, an often overlooked yet absolutely essential principle is the law of financial clarity. This law dictates that you cannot effectively manage, grow, or master what you do not clearly understand. Vague notions about your financial situation lead to vague results, often perpetuating cycles of stress or missed opportunities. True command over your finances begins with a courageous and honest look at your numbers. This is a foundational aspect of the law of money management and a critical component of practical financial education. Many people avoid looking closely at their finances. They might fear what they'll find, feel overwhelmed by numbers, or simply lack the knowledge of where to start. However, ignorance in financial matters is not bliss. It is a barrier to progress. The law of financial clarity invites you to bring light to this area, for in understanding lies power. This is the first step towards genuine money mastery. What does financial clarity entail? Knowing your income. Understand precisely how much money is coming in from all sources and after taxes. This is your starting point. Tracking your expenses. Meticulously track where your money is going. Use budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or even a simple notebook. Categorize your expenses to see patterns. This is a core tenet of the law of money management. Understanding your net worth. Calculate your assets, what you own that has value, savings, investments, property, and subtract your liabilities, what you owe, debts, loans. This gives you a snapshot of your current financial health. Knowing your debt, list all your debts, their interest rates and minimum payments. Understand which debts are costing you the most and prioritize accordingly. This is crucial financial education. Setting clear financial goals. Define specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound, smart financial goals. Without clear targets, your financial efforts lack direction. Creating and following a budget. Spending plan. A budget is not a restriction. It's a plan that empowers you to direct your money purposefully towards your goals, aligning with the 60-30-10 rule or a similar framework as discussed in Chapter 24. This is practical money mastery. The benefits of financial clarity are immense. Empowerment. Knowledge is power. Understanding your financial situation replaces fear and uncertainty with a sense of control. Informed decision-making. When you know your numbers, you can make better decisions about spending, saving, investing, and debt management. Identification of opportunities. Clarity can reveal areas where you can save more, earn more, or invest more effectively. Reduced stress. Financial uncertainty is a major source of stress. Clarity brings peace of mind. Faster progress towards goals. With a clear picture and a plan, you can track your progress and make adjustments to reach your financial goals more efficiently. This is a tangible result of good financial education. Achieving. Financial clarity is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It requires establishing habits of regularly reviewing your income, expenses, investments, and goals. Many tools and resources are available to assist you, from budgeting software to financial advisors. The key is to start, no matter how basic. Your current understanding. Embracing the law of financial clarity is a commitment to facing your financial reality head-on. It requires honesty, discipline, and a willingness to learn. but the rewards, a profound sense of control, accelerated progress towards your goals, and ultimately true money mastery, are well worth the effort. This clarity is the bedrock upon which sound law of money management practices are built, and it is an indispensable part of your ongoing financial education. Without it, you are navigating your financial journey in the dark. With it, you are in the driver's seat. Chapter 31. The Principle of Patience in Wealth Building, Allowing the Law of Money to Unfold. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification and rapid results, the principle of patience in wealth building stands as a testament to enduring financial wisdom. True, sustainable wealth is rarely built overnight. It is more often the result of consistent effort, sound investment strategies, and the unwavering application of the law of money over time. Patience is the quiet companion that allows these efforts to compound and mature, transforming acorns of initial investment into mighty oaks of financial strength. Many embark on their wealth-building journey with great enthusiasm, only to become discouraged when riches do not materialize immediately. They may abandon sound strategies prematurely or jump from one get-rich-quick scheme to another, never allowing any single approach the time it needs to bear fruit. The principle of patience teaches that the journey to financial abundance is a marathon, not a sprint. Consider the farmer who plants a crop. They till the soil, sow the seeds, and tend the fields with diligence. They understand that growth takes time, that there are seasons of planting, nurturing, and eventually harvesting. They do not expect a full harvest the day after planting. Similarly, your financial endeavors, particularly your investment strategies, require time to develop and yield significant returns. This understanding is a core piece of financial wisdom. Why is patience so crucial in applying the law of money for wealth building? The power of compounding. One of the most powerful forces in finance is compound interest, or compound growth. This is where your earnings begin to generate their own earnings. Compounding requires time to work its magic. Impatience cuts this process short. Market cycles. Financial markets, whether stocks, real estate, or business, move in cycles. There will be periods of growth and periods of downturn. Patience allows you to ride out temporary volatility and benefit from long-term upward trends. This is vital for successful investment strategies, skill development and mastery, building a profitable business, becoming a savvy investor, or mastering any income-generating skill takes time, practice, and the accumulation of experience. Patience allows for this learning curve. Avoiding costly mistakes. Impatience often leads to impulsive decisions, such as chasing speculative fads or selling investments in a panic during market dips. Patience fosters a more measured, rational approach, allowing opportunities to mature. Sometimes, the best opportunities require a period of development or alignment before they fully manifest. Patience gives these situations the space to unfold. Cultivating patience in your wealth building journey. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Enjoy the journey of learning, growing, and applying sound financial principles. Set realistic expectations. Understand that significant wealth accumulation is typically a long-term endeavor. Educate yourself through ongoing financial education, as discussed in Chapter 19, to understand realistic timelines. Regularly review, but don't obsess. Monitor your progress and make strategic adjustments as needed, but avoid constant anxious checking of your investments or business performance, which can fuel impatience. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and appreciate incremental progress. This helps maintain motivation and perspective during the longer journey. Remember your why. Keep your long-term vision and the reasons behind your wealth-building efforts at the forefront of your mind. This provides enduring motivation that transcends short-term fluctuations. The principle of patience does not mean passivity or inaction. It means acting with consistent diligence, adhering to your sound investment strategies, and trusting that the law of money, when consistently applied, will yield its results in due season. It is the financial wisdom to understand that some of the greatest financial rewards come to those who can plant, nurture, and wait with confident expectation. By embracing patience, you align yourself with the natural rhythms of growth and creation. You allow the powerful forces of compounding and long-term strategy to work in your favor, steadily building a foundation of wealth that is not only substantial but also resilient and enduring. This is a hallmark of true financial mastery. Chapter 32. The Law of Overcoming Money Blocks. Dissolving limiting beliefs for financial breakthroughs. Throughout our exploration of the law of money attraction and the cultivation of a wealth mindset, we've touched upon the power of beliefs. This chapter delves deeper into a crucial aspect of financial success, the law of overcoming money blocks. These blocks are the limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, and unresolved emotional baggage about money that reside deep within our subconscious, often sabotaging our best efforts to attract and accumulate wealth. Dissolving these blocks is essential for experiencing true financial breakthroughs and is a vital part of your ongoing personal finance education. Money blocks can be subtle, yet incredibly powerful. They might manifest as a persistent feeling of not enough, regardless of your actual income, an inability to hold on to money with unexpected expenses always arising, discomfort when discussing or dealing with money, a belief that wealthy people are somehow bad or that pursuing wealth is unspiritual, fear of success or conversely fear of failure in financial endeavors, self-sabotaging behaviors when financial success begins to materialize. These blocks often originate from early life experiences, family attitudes about money, societal messages, or past financial traumas. They become ingrained in our wealth mindset, operating below the level of conscious awareness, yet powerfully influencing our decisions and attracting circumstances that validate them. The law of overcoming money blocks is about bringing these subconscious saboteurs into the light of awareness and systematically dismantling them. This is not about blaming the past, but about liberating your present and future financial potential. This self-awareness is a key component of advanced personal finance education, strategies for dissolving money blocks. Identify your limiting beliefs. This requires honest self-reflection. What were you taught about money growing up? What are your recurring negative thoughts or fears about wealth? Journaling can be a powerful tool here. Once you identify a belief, e.g., money is the root of all evil, or I'm just not good with money, you can begin to challenge it. Challenge and reframe. For every limiting belief, question its validity. Is it universally true? Where did it come from? Then consciously reframe it into an empowering belief. For example, money is the root of all evil can be reframed to, money is a tool that can be used for immense good. This conscious reframing is crucial for shifting your wealth mindset. Affirmations for new beliefs. Once you have your new empowering beliefs, turn them into affirmations, as discussed in Chapter 21. Repeat them consistently to impress them upon your subconscious, thereby leveraging the law of money attraction in your favor. Emotional healing. Sometimes money blocks are tied to past emotional wounds, e.g., a significant financial loss, feelings of shame around poverty. Techniques like emotional freedom technique, EFT, therapy, or specific meditative practices can help release these trapped emotions. Visualize success. Vividly imagine yourself free from these blocks, successfully managing money, enjoying abundance, and feeling good about your wealth. This helps to create a new neural pathway and a more positive wealth mindset. Change your environment and associations. If your environment or the people you associate with constantly reinforce negative money beliefs, it may be necessary to consciously seek out more positive and supportive influences. This is practical personal finance education. Take small, confident actions. Sometimes the best way to overcome a block, like fear of investing, is to take a small, educated, confident step in that direction. Success in small steps builds confidence and weakens the old belief. Overcoming money blocks is an ongoing process of self-discovery and reprogramming. It requires courage to face uncomfortable truths and discipline to instill new patterns of thought and feeling. However, the liberation that comes from dissolving these internal barriers is immense. When you clear these blocks, you allow the natural flow of abundance, as governed by the law of money attraction, to enter your life more freely. You stop unknowingly pushing wealth away and instead become a clear and open channel for its reception. Your wealth mindset transforms from one of limitation to one of limitless possibility. This journey of internal clearing is perhaps the most profound personal finance education you can undertake, leading to lasting financial breakthroughs. Chapter 33. Embodying the Law of Money Attraction, Living a Life of Abundance and Financial Wisdom, Daily. We have journeyed through 32 timeless principles, exploring the inner landscape of belief and the outer strategies of action, all designed to help you master the law of money attraction. Now, in this concluding chapter, we focus on the ultimate aim, not just to understand these laws, but to embody them, to integrate them so deeply that living a life of abundance, guided by financial wisdom, becomes your natural state. This is the path to true money mastery and the cultivation of an enduring millionaire mindset. Let this be your daily inspiration to be inspired by your own potential. Embodying the law of money attraction is about moving from intellectual comprehension to lived experience. It's about allowing these principles to permeate your thoughts, your feelings, your decisions, and your daily actions until they are second nature. Daily practices for embodying financial wisdom and money mastery. Morning alignment. Setting the tone. Begin your day not with the rush of demands, but with a few moments of quiet intention. Reaffirm your most powerful money affirmations. Visualize your day unfolding successfully and abundantly. Express gratitude for the blessings you have and those on their way. This sets a positive vibrational tone, a key to the millionaire mindset. Conscious thought management. Mind your mindset. Throughout your day, become an observer of your thoughts regarding money. When limiting beliefs or fearful thoughts arise, gently acknowledge them and consciously replace them with empowering perspectives rooted in financial wisdom. Remember, your thoughts are shaping your reality. Inspired action, heeding guidance. Stay open and alert to intuitive nudges and opportunities. When inspiration strikes, act upon it with confidence, even if it's a small step. This proactive yet aligned approach is crucial for money mastery, value creation, purposeful contribution. In your work and interactions, focus on providing genuine value. Approach your endeavors with a spirit of service and excellence. Remember that money flows in response to the value you create. Mindful money management, practical stewardship. Engage with your finances consciously. Track your spending, review your budget, make informed investment decisions, and celebrate your financial progress. This practical application of financial wisdom reinforces your sense of control and mastery. Gratitude integration, acknowledging abundance. Make gratitude a continuous thread throughout your day. Be thankful for small financial wins, for helpful encounters, for your skills, and for the opportunities that come your way. This keeps you attuned to abundance and strengthens the law of money attraction. Continuous learning, expanding your financial education. Dedicate time regularly to expand your financial knowledge. Read books like this one, listen to audio programs, or seek out mentors. The more you learn, the more confident and capable you become, solidifying your millionaire mindset. Evening reflection and release, consolidating and trusting. Before sleep, reflect on your day. Acknowledge your achievements and lessons learned. Release any worries or anxieties about money to the universe, trusting in the process of manifestation. Impress upon your subconscious your desires and feelings of abundance as you drift off. This is potent for money mastery. Living these principles daily is not about achieving perfection, but about consistent, conscious effort. There will be days when old patterns resurface, or when external circumstances test your resolve. This is part of the journey. The key is to gently bring yourself back into alignment, to recommit to your vision, and to remember the powerful laws that are always working in your favor when you work with them. As you embody the law of money attraction, you will notice a profound shift. Wealth will begin to flow to you with greater ease. Opportunities will seem to find you. Your relationship with money will transform from one of struggle or anxiety to one of confidence, peace, and joyful co-creation. You will not just be practicing principles. You will become the person to whom abundance is a natural consequence. Let the journey outlined in these pages be inspired action for you. Take these principles, make them your own, and apply them with unwavering faith and persistence. The power to create a life of extraordinary abundance and profound financial wisdom lies within you. You have the tools. You understand the laws. Now, go forth and embody your money mastery, living each day with the confident expectation and joyful reality of the millionaire mindset. The universe awaits your command. Conclusion. Your journey to financial mastery begins. Now we have reached the end of our exploration of the law of money attraction, 33 timeless principles to master wealth, and easy money affirmations. Yet, in truth, this is not an ending, but a profound beginning. The principles and laws we have discussed are not mere theories to be stored away on a mental shelf. They are living, breathing blueprints for a life of financial abundance, freedom, and profound personal empowerment. You have learned that wealth is not an accident of birth or a stroke of luck, but the natural outcome of aligning your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and vibrations with the immutable laws that govern prosperity. You've discovered the power of definite purpose, the unyielding force of will, the magnetic quality of confidence, and the transformative energy of gratitude. You now hold the keys to intelligent action, strategic investment, the wisdom of financial clarity, and the art of manifesting your deepest desires, including potent, easy money affirmations, to reprogram your subconscious for success. The journey to money mastery is an ongoing one, a path of continuous learning, application, and refinement. It requires courage to look within, discipline to cultivate new habits, and unwavering faith in your own inherent ability to create the financial life you envision. The millionaire mindset is not just about accumulating dollars, it's about cultivating a state of being, one of abundance, resilience, and financial wisdom. As you step forward from this moment, remember that the law of money attraction is always operating. The question is, are you consciously directing it, or are you allowing outdated programming and limiting beliefs to steer your course? The choice, as always, rests with you. Embrace these 33 timeless principles, integrate them into your daily life. Experiment with them, observe the results, and adjust your approach as you grow. You have within you the capacity to not only attract wealth, but to become a beacon of prosperity, inspiring others through your own transformation. Now, we have a question for you, our valued listener. Which of these 33 principles resonated most deeply with you? Which one are you most excited to implement in your life, starting today? We would love to hear your thoughts. Please share your insights in the comments section below this audiobook. Your experiences and perspectives can inspire and uplift our entire community. And if you found value in the law of money attraction and are ready to continue your journey towards mastering wealth, financial freedom, and the powerful laws of the universe, then we invite you to subscribe to our channel, Audiobooks LOA. By subscribing, you'll gain access to a growing library of transformative audio content designed to empower your mind, elevate your spirit, and help you manifest your greatest desires. Don't miss out on future releases, powerful affirmations, and deep dives into the principles of success and abundance. Click that subscribe button now. And if this audiobook has sparked a new understanding or motivation within you, please give it a like. It helps us reach and inspire more people just like you. Thank you for investing your time with us. Remember, the power to create a life of abundant wealth and profound financial wisdom is already within you. Go forth, apply these laws, and be inspired to create the magnificent life you truly deserve. Your journey to financial mastery has truly begun. The Law of Money Attraction. 33 Timeless Principles to Master Wealth and Easy Money Affirmations. Written by Peter A. Saul. Published by Audiobooks LOA.